What's up, guys? Mm, what's up, guys? What's happening? How's everybody doing, man? Roger W. I don't even know you. How long you been around, Robert W? I don't know. I don't. I don't. I've never seen you hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat, hit the PayPal, unless you got another name, man. I've never seen you around here for a long time. You ain't even been around here for a long time. You talking about you need a wrench? You ain't been around here for a long time, man. I don't, I don't know, man. Check back next year, man. You mod on Occupation TV? Really? Oh, you got a different name over there? You got a different name over there? You got a different name over there? All right, I'm being nice, man. I do know that it's different mods on this channel because I haven't because I think you're one of the people I deputized, man. I think it was a couple days where none of the mods was there, and I had to deputize some people to take care of the chat. I think that's when you got in there. I mean turkey, man. Turkey and greens and macaroni and cheese and rice. This is the first thing I ate all day. Slow down for what? You know, I got a lot of irons in the fire, man. Some days I'm doing stuff, man. I'm doing stuff, man. Some days I got a lot of irons in the fire and I don't get to eat. I might get breakfast though. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I did eat breakfast this morning. This let me correct that. This is the first thing I ate since breakfast. Let me correct that. I don't want to play the victim, man. This is the first thing I ate since breakfast. Y'all lucky I ain't eat. I could have ate, man, and came on here later on after I ate, man. I'd have definitely got seconds if I would have. Shit, if I would have not been on here, I'd have got seconds, man. Without a doubt, man. I definitely got seconds, man. Man, leave John Legend alone, man. He's a pro-black with a with a what is that girl Chrissy Teigen, man? What is she, Vietnamese? Thai? He pro-black with a Thai Vietnamese wife, man. Leave him alone, man. He light skinned too. He got to do extra shit, man. He got to do extra shit, man. He got to do extra shit let you know he black, man. She Norwegian and Thai. Yeah, man. He black. He black and he black. Black, 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 black. It's more black people incarcerated than it was during the height of slavery. It's rough on John, man. Leave John alone, man. John got to do extra black shit, man, in his mind. And here's the thing: you don't even have to do all that shit. Don't nobody care who your wife is. It don't matter. That ain't gonna hold you back from being pro-black. But in his mind, He fighting a mental war, man. So he feel like I do extra shit. Chill your ass out, John, man. John, and I used to like him, man. Ordinary People, that was my joint, man. Ordinary People was my jam, man. Ordinary People was my jam. I feel let down, man. I feel abused that I trusted him, man. I can't believe I trusted you, John. She's an ordinary pedo. I can't I can't believe I trusted you, John. Yeah, she was a model. That woman is not model material, man. She is not my I don't listen, man. She don't do it for me, man. She don't do it for me, man. Chrissy Teigen does not do it for me, man. So we got these weirdos, man. We got Danny Glover, Richard Branson, and John Legend. Bell Group shuts down after being sued for helping release serial offender who shot waiter. California Bail Reform Group, backed by A-list celebrities, has shut down after being sued for releasing a serial criminal who less than a week later tried to murder a waitress in Las Vegas. A waiter in Las Vegas. The Bail Project, whose supporters include Danny Glover, John Legend, and Richard Branson, announced it disclosed it's to discontinue its operations due to restructuring. Oh, so they're gonna restructure. They're not done. They're gonna restructure, man. Let me drop the link, man. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the channel, man. Let's see some new names, man. Let's see some Roger W's and some new names up here, man, today, man. Hitting that Cash App or that PayPal, man. Let's get out the vote, man. It's like we getting out the vote, man. Like when the Democrats go to the old folks' homes and harvest all the ballots. We trying to get out the vote, man. We trying to get out the vote, man. Yeah, man. Look at these clowns, man. Fucking fucking clowns, man. I got a story on this. Let me see. Let me see, man. We'll warm up with this, man, before we get to the meat and potatoes, man. Where's my story on this? Where is that story? Damn. Did I? What did I do with it? That's crazy, man. I thought I saved it. Let me see something. Okay. Here we go. I got one on it. I got one. Let me see something. Damn, I saw one. Well, I guess. We got Stunner. What's up, Stunner, man? What's happening, Stunner?
What's going on, Ark? What's up, nation? Hey, I just want to say that as an Airbnb host myself, hell yeah, I discriminate. And after a recent experience, there are more groups of people that I will be much more critical of in that decision.
And who's that?
Folks that come from the country of Burma,
Oh shit.
yeah, bruh. Yeah, he did a real number on my place.
Oh really? What do you do?
Yeah. They Burmese people they like to use this kind of peanut oil to cook everything in.
Palm
And
oil? Is it palm
yeah,
oil?
yeah, palm oil. And they don't understand that you're not supposed to just be pouring that shit down drains.
That shit stains, and it
Yes.
stains everything, but it
It's
coagulates, right?
yes, everything, bruh. So they was cooking, they was using gallons of that stuff, right? And splashing it all over everything and pouring it down the drains. Man, I had to have a professional plumber come snake my main line. You know what I'm saying? Because of
Oh
the shit.
wow.
Yeah, man. I'm talking I'll say this. Airbnb looked out because they reimbursed me for all of the expense. Bro, I ended up paying like probably like $1,100 in
Mm.
repairs and new sheets and shit.
Are these people of color as well? Burmese people?
Yes they are POCs. And they, you know what I mean, and they were respectful as far as like the communication and all of that.
Hmm.
It's just their ways
Right.
ain't set for no Airbnb. You dig?
Right. No, no, no. I got you. I completely understand. Salute to Nate Waves, man. Nate Waves, Aqua Nation Hall of Famer, man. Yeah, man. Let's get into this, man. Let's warm it up with this, man. Before we get into the Christmas fuckery, man. You got Danny Glover, John Legend, Richard Branson, that liar.
Well, is it a get out of jail free card or a way to make the criminal justice system more fair? One group says freedom shouldn't be for sale, while critics say the movement to get rid of cash bail is putting all of us in danger. Are you sorry?
I'm sorry that anybody has to go through anything like that.
This surveillance video shows Rashawn Anderson the night he shot a Chinatown restaurant worker 11 times while he was out on bail for a previous crime.
These Hollywood liberal elites, they go through the same shit. They're being fucking hunted and their homes are being broken into left and right out there in Calabasas and Melrose and Burbank and places like that. So they know this is not the thing to do. and they still doing it in the name of wokeness. That's why I tell you these people
Well,
are possessed.
they are, and wokeness is definitely a mind virus. But ultimately, it comes down to they look at the aggregate, they look at the bulk, the number, and they don't care to dig into any of these cases or to look at who any of these individuals are. And that's what kind of allows them to, you know what I'm saying, say, well, I didn't know that it was one of these guys. Yeah, but common sense would tell you it's a whole bunch of characters like this that are lumped up in what they're doing.
Yeah, this bullshit where we act like they're just rounding up black people, and me and you are just as likely to be walking down the street and get grabbed by a cop and arrested for some crime as just as him. And it's just the color of his skin is, you know what I'm saying? Like that's horse shit. They know that because they don't send their kids to school with black kids. They don't live in black neighborhoods. The only black people they know are rappers and fucking like people they went to college with and shit. And even those people, the relationship is kind of a paternal thing. It's like you come to me and bitch about how terrible America is, and I'll listen to you and, you know, talk about how terrible it is too, and talk about my privilege, and we both come, and then we go home. You know what I'm saying? It's a symbiotic relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And those people aren't really friends. I've noticed that when I've watched like woke black people with their woke white friends, they don't even really know each other because it's so much posturing
and
you
virtue
know.
signaling. Yeah, it's so much
Yeah.
virtue signaling and posturing that they're just essentially, um, they're just
Ships passing in the
yeah,
night.
exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. They're two ships passing. But the thing is, though, is that the one thing that makes them both comfortable in each other's presence is that they both recognize that they're on the bullshit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They recognize it, so it makes both of them comfortable for that moment.
yeah. You tell me I'm white, you tell me how much I suck and how much privilege I have, which makes me feel good because I'm privileged, I'm better than you, but I'll act like I hate it, but but we'll talk about how much privilege I have, and I'll talk about how much I hate having this privilege. And you're black, and you'll tell me how downtrodden and underprivileged and low rank you are, and how you constantly getting the short end of the stick around every corner. And I'll tell you, yeah, you're right.
Pretty much.
So it's it's a racist talking to a fucking moron, and they both fulfill each other's needs.
Get rid of cash bail is putting all of us in danger. Are you sorry?
I'm sorry that anybody has to go through anything like that.
This surveillance video shows Rashawn Anderson the night he shot a Chinatown restaurant worker 11 times while he was out on bail for a previous crime.
So sometimes people have mental breakdowns.
Prosecutors detail a timeline in court records. In November of 2021, Anderson is arrested for pandering and carrying a concealed weapon. He's released without having to pay bail and told to stay out of trouble. The next day, he's arrested again for burglary and theft. The Bail Project, a nonprofit, posts $3,000 bond. 6 days later, Anderson opens fire on Wang.
It's an absolute tragedy, and the Bail Project, myself speaking for the Bail Project, found it absolutely shocking.
In January,
Yeah, but they're going to try to act like this is a one-off. Why doesn't somebody audit all of the people they let out? Because they'll try to act like, well, this happened, but we really do good work. Audit.
I'm sure they've done the audit. They know that it's not favorable, and that's why they keep it secret. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I really do think that government entities and organizations like this, when we ask those questions, like, have they never even looked to see what kind of efficacy these programs and all of this shit has? But they do that, and they recognize that it's ridiculous, and they just never mention it.
And to them, the juice is worth the squeeze, and it's fucking insane, man. Somebody said, look at Carolina Panthers C.J. Henderson busted by hating ass Miami Cop. That's what I mean, but that's what the picture says. I mean the thumbnail says. So he got arrested, but I might have to check this one out, man. We might have to check this one out sometime, man. Christopher Henderson, man. Salute to you, Stephen Guy. We're gonna check that one out. If we got time later on. Yeah, this is just I hate these people, but I mean, then again, if I'm a son, man, if I do something like out of character, I know that it does help out. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got to do something crazy, man,
But these characters would never come to the defense of a guy like you.
Oh yeah,
it's never the know what I mean.
Have a long record though. I do have a long pretty record.
Well, then maybe they would swoop in and cape up for you.
But everything's over like 15 years old though. Like all my shit is
nah, you a citizen. No, they can't protect you.
We spoke with the Bail Project Regional Director Cameron Pipe.
Did the Bail Project find any red flags to indicate perhaps he wasn't the right candidate to help out?
Every single decision that we make at the Bail Project goes through the same exact thorough review.
In September, the victim, Chengyan Wang, filed this lawsuit against the Bail Project for bailing Anderson out despite his criminal record.
Yeah, that's a rough. He got dreads down to his ass and low a fucking little baby bush. He been in trouble for a long time.
But I'm just so glad that somebody filed this lawsuit, though. Like, I'm just so glad that people are fighting back.
Yeah, but they're only fighting back because he got shot. Had this guy not got shot by this shit, he might support this shit.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's taking too much to fight back.
But Ark, when you go as far as to be on TV showing your whole face talking about defund the police and they actually do it, there's gonna be some damn eggs get broke before this omelet gets made, bro.
Yeah.
Anderson out despite his criminal record.
I don't think they care. And truly, they don't care because some man nearly lost his life.
Husband and wife Manny and Lilia Ceballos run Aztec bail bonds in Las Vegas.
We've been doing this for 17 years.
They question the Bail Project's tactics while they claim they adhere to guidelines.
Even the bail bondsmen, I think they're fucking crazy. And they get paid for this shit.
I was gonna say, if the people who benefit from your madness are still calling foul, yeah, your shit is probably crazy as hell.
Well, anything that's got John Legend as a part of it, man, and that liar, that space quack, Richard Branson, we shooting those fucking fake ass rockets into space that just go nowhere and shit. It's fucking nuts.
When you said earlier that you used to be a John Legend fan, bro, I used to be a fan too, man. And then I just started really peeping, dude. And then he married, what's her name? And then shit just went downhill, man. They started becoming so woke that it just, I can't even listen to his music. You know what I mean? And this is crazy because I can still put an R. Kelly song on. I can still put I can still put some Michael Jackson on, but some John Legend come on, I feel some kind of way about it.
Yeah, I can listen to all those guys, man. But John Legend, he's just such a little twerk, man. He's trying so hard, man. It's really like R. Kelly wasn't about all this woke shit. R. Kelly was just like, man, you notice R. Kelly, and he never speaks. The only time he ever spoke was in the Gayle interview. But other than that, he just keeps his mouth shut most of the time, publicly.
Yeah, he's just taking his medicine, man.
Yeah, R. Kelly's he's out here doing his time, man. You got. He ain't like Tory acting like no bitch, man. Whining. R. Kelly doing his time, man, on his head, and he like, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this 30, and I'll be back. Yeah, man.
Headlines.
So we pick and choose who we want to do business with. We just don't bail out habitual problem cases.
The Bail Project says bail shouldn't be a business to begin with and disproportionately affects the low income and people of color.
I probably wouldn't have been able to co-sign for myself because I'm not from out here.
Anderson told us he did have the money but needed a co-signer. When we reached out again to the Bail Project in December, Deputy General Counsel Katie Poore did an interview.
Look at this woman. This woman. I wouldn't trust this woman with anything important. No society would. This
No,
is the first society in the history of the world that would trust someone
like
who
this.
looks like this with something so important. Now, let me change that. Queen Victoria, Queen Elizabeth, those were those women, they were born into there or married into there, you know what I'm saying? What's the one in France who got her head cut off? Forgot her. Antoinette.
Marie
Yeah.
Antoinette.
So it's been. Don't get me wrong. There's been women who have been thrust into these roles, and some of them have done a good job. And I'm not trying to hate on women. I'm just saying, like, you have a little liberal white woman who summers in Martha's Vineyard as a child and fucking went to like Exeter for high school, and you have her in charge of fucking who gets out of jail on bail and shit.
She's the one at the gates deciding which barbarians get in.
Like, she's wholly unqualified. She's wholly, I mean, wholly unqualified. My man, bear, bull, shark, he says I'd hit that. I'd pass on this, man. I'd hit her all right on her chin. If somebody I know got hurt by somebody, you fucking let her. But yeah, this woman, man, are you crazy, man? This is the woman. She's holy. And I mean, like, like, there's nothing. She has zero quality. I don't care how many books she read on criminal justice and how much she has no fucking business with this position.
But
And
I hope that she is held personally accountable for some of this shit, because they're gonna dig into this shit and they're gonna find more of these situations. And
yeah.
I hope that they come and they demand answers directly from her, because it's pasty liberals like her that get to run off in the dark when these things blow up and they pop up somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? With this same bullshit. I hope they want to ask her, what is this woman's name? Like, I hope they ask her, are you ready to put your name behind every one of these people y'all let loose?
Yeah.
To the Bail Project in December, Deputy General Counsel Katie Poore did an interview.
We provide free bail assistance and what we call community release with support, which includes rides to and from court notice.
Oh, so they fucking pamper the fucker.
They baby the criminals.
Rides to and from. They don't understand how the criminal mind works, and that's another reason. Other than the fact that she just shouldn't have a job because she's a fucking 5'1", 130-pound fucking goddamn trust fund baby.
But she's a high-powered attorney from Brown U.
Yeah, her parents paid every dime. She went to Brown and her parents paid every fucking dime of tuition. And she doesn't fucking, like, she this little girl was taking SAT prep on the weekends when she was in 3rd grade and shit. This girl has lived a privileged life. You can look at her face. There's no life. Now listen, we don't know what anybody's going through. She could have had cancer or anything. She could have survived cancer. I don't know. She could have been in a car accident. I don't know. But there's no life in her face. You know what I'm saying? There's no life experience in her face.
She definitely don't have that weathered face, that weathered glider face that you know from where you live and I know from where I grew up.
Yeah, she looks exactly the drawn face, the yeah, you know exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, she's just a fucking person who thinks she's doing good and she's doing the absolute worst possible thing for society. And she would never take any advice. She would never take any correction. She would never turn around, look at the data, and make adjustments. It's just full steam ahead.
If she knew you voted for Trump, she would not urinate on you to put a fire out.
Right. Right. Facts.
And lastly, you can already tell by her mannerisms and how she's speaking, she already feels shame or embarrassment that she's even in this light. You can tell by how she's speaking and her mannerisms that she feels shame right now.
She looks like any fucking field goal kicker in the NFL with a fucking wig on. She's not an attractive woman, man. And she's horrible, man. Katie Poor, you're doing a poor job. And I hope you fucking I hope like someone in your office like spills hot coffee on you or something.
And we attempt to navigate services available in the community based on our clients' self-identified needs.
But Anderson, who told us he was previously diagnosed as schizophrenic, claims that didn't happen.
Did they offer you any mental health resources?
No.
Poor refused.
He said he was schizophrenic.
Wow.
Y'all let a fucking schizophrenic career violent criminal out of jail.
With no resources. They just let him loose. He didn't use no rides and get no counseling and it was loose.
The resources wouldn't have mattered. Me and you know that. he wouldn't go into that shit. Like this guy's gonna go sit and counsel. Come on, man. Fuck out of here.
Poor refused to answer questions about Anderson's case.
Unfortunately, because of the pending litigation, I'm not able to address that specific case.
She points out innocent until proven guilty, and the conditions of bail are set by a judge. Court records show Las Vegas Justice Court Judge Amy Cellini set Anderson's at $3,000, and that's what the Clark.
Woo! 3,000.
First of all, 3,000 is nothing for this career criminal. And secondarily, what was the name of the judge again?
Cellini.
Sound like another pasty liberal to me.
Yeah.
Attorney's office asked for. Anderson says his public defender then referred him to the bail project. 50 other defendants with both nonviolent and violent charges have been bailed out by the group in Las Vegas since February of 2021, according to a spokesperson, and 91% of them returned to their court dates. While Pipe said there was
91% of them returned to their court dates. Okay.
No, that means 9% didn't, and that is a large number.
Yeah.
That's a large number of people.
And 91 returned to their, when they say court dates, like, were they, like, I think there's always tricks in the language. I just gotta fucking, I'm not, something about their language just always gotta.
It's the fact that they highlighted the 91% that made it versus the fact that they had a 9%.
Yeah, so out of 100, out of 109 people don't show up. But that's not really the problem for me. The problem is what they're doing. You got some static or some feedback. The problem is what they're doing between the release on bail and the court date. Because you don't get caught for everything. No one gets caught for everything.
Yeah, just went right back to what they're doing. I mean, again, these people, this whole program is a sham. And again, I'm glad that they finally got hit with a lawsuit. It's fucked up that it took somebody's life to jumpstart that. But I'm glad it's happening.
The guy's still alive. He's fighting for his life. He got shot 11 times, but he that tiger holding on, man.
Hey, man, prayers for that dude.
Tiger's in there fighting, man. Salute to Eat All Now, Save One for Later. He says, happy holidays, everyone, except the thieving Nignogs. Salute to you, man, on Rumble, man. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble. Miss Berry, man. What's up, man?
Hi, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, man. Well, are you with this bail reform thing, man?
No.
Ma'am?
No, no. I heard I don't know what the guy's name is that's here. He said that $3,000 was nothing for that guy getting out. But if they hadn't paid that bill, he would have still been in there. He couldn't afford it.
Yeah, he said he had the money, but I don't believe that.
He said he needed a co-signer because he
Yeah,
wasn't from around there.
yeah,
Now, in the grand scheme of it, 3,000, and generally you only got to pay the 10%. That's 300.
300. Yeah,
So even if not this individual couldn't have paid that, a lot of criminals, a lot of street dudes can get that 300. You know what I mean?
no doubt. $300. Yeah, a mammy will pay that for you. A auntie or something like that. Yeah, somebody will pay that for you.
An internal review after the shooting. Again, Poor wouldn't comment on whether changes have been made. Anderson, who spoke with us from jail, is heading to prison to serve 7 to 18 years.
I don't think I'm
So he's getting 7 to 18 years for shooting that fucking waiter.
He ain't gonna do 4.
Wow.
to the community.
The Bail Project ceased operations here in Las Vegas earlier this month. I asked if this is because of Anderson's case and was told it was just part of some restructuring. The Bail Project is funded by foundations, philanthropists, and individual donors. Celebrities like Danny Glover, John Legend, and Richard Branson are.
These people suck, man. I mean, I hate them. When I say that, man, I hate these people, man. I hate them with a passion, man. And I hope
I do too, but I just want to clarify. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
would.
I just want to clarify that the reason why I hate these people is because if this is naivete that they are operating on, it's mind-blowingly frustrating. And if this is something else, then then they're just, not only do I hate them, but they're essentially the enemy.
Yeah, that's why I hate them. These people are treasonous. These people are treasonous against the common man, the everyday citizen, man.
Rapper and Philadelphia native Meek Mill is spreading the holiday spirit.
Man.
Mill helped 21 women who were incarcerated make it back to their families for the holidays by paying the bail they otherwise would not have been able to afford. Mill is a longtime advocate for those he says are impacted by the inequities of the criminal justice system, something the
Inequities.
rapper knows.
This is what I want you people to understand. There's no inequity here. Criminals being off the only inequity is that the majority of people who get fucking arrested are black. And
That's
that
what they're
inequity,
operating off of.
yeah, and that inequity is because of DNA. And bail, people being in jail having to pay bail, it's like an unwritten rule. Even though logically it makes sense, this argument they're making about, well, people, if a rich person commits a crime, they can easily just pay their bail. And if a poor person commits a crime, they can't. Yeah, but that poor person you're paying bail for has been arrested 57 times. You know what I'm saying? That rich person he's been arrested one or two times, maybe.
Right.
Maybe it's the first time he's been arrested. That fucking Floydian that you're talking about can't pay his fucking bail. It is not fair. He's been arrested 57 times, and this is his 58th time. And you're paying his fucking bail, talking about it's not fair, he should be in jail.
The average working person, to lose your job, to lose your household over a technical violation, that will drive you back to
a technical violation. And this is another criminal. Like, I mean, Meek Mill, I wouldn't say he's like the hardest of Philly criminals, but he's a fucking son man to the 5th degree. You dig what I'm saying? He's
Completely.
a son man. So he's all he was doing in his pre-rap before he blew up, signed with what was that, Rick Ross? He was just being a fucking son man. And since then, He's been in jail like 2 or 3 times since he signed with Rick Ross in what 2009 or some shit like that.
But he keeps going back on these so-called, technicalities or whatever, right? So essentially what he's talking about is when they give you rules after you've already messed up. And they say, okay, you can't do X, Y, and Z. You heard? And you like, bet. And then you immediately get out and start doing those things.
You sign a paper agreeing not to do that shit.
Exactly. And then you start doing those things immediately and they catch you and then it's unfair. And then you're like, see, they're bullying me. Are they harassing me?
Yeah, Meek Mill's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I will give him this. He's still alive.
True.
Working person, to lose your job, to lose your household over a technical violation, that will drive you back to poverty and put you in a mental state where it'll be hard for you to move forward in America. We are working on probation and parole because I was affected by it.
So many families here also affected by it. Each woman also received a gift card to purchase groceries or gifts for the holidays. The rapper.
Not one good-looking woman in but Philly. Why is it so hard to find a decent-looking woman in Philadelphia?
Why are so many people in Philadelphia making such horrible decisions?
So many families here also affected by it. Each woman also received a gift card to purchase groceries or gifts for the holidays. The rapper made the donation through the Reform Alliance. It is a nonprofit he launched back in 2019.
Rapper Meek Mill paid bail for 20 incarcerated women in Philadelphia so that they can spend the holidays at home.
Yeah, each woman will also receive a gift card to purchase groceries or gifts. The rapper made the donation through the Reform Alliance organization. It's a nonprofit he launched in 2019. Meek Mill said the donation was driven by his own personal experience with the criminal justice system.
Well, we are working on probation and parole because I was affected by it, and I'm from a community where I see mothers and fathers leave their kids all the time in the house because they may have smoked marijuana or got addicted to a Percocet or went to cross.
And he's lying. He's lying. He's lying. And that's the whole part about this whole thing that's disgusting about this whole bail reform thing. These lies, they're using this to get the public sympathy. They have done more than that. And then he's talking about these parents. First of all, if you're committing a felony and you're a parent, you shouldn't be a parent. A lot of times these kids are better off when their parents are locked up. And that's a fact.
You muted up.
You muted up. And the most evil thing about this so-called bail reform thing is you don't hear anybody talking about the victims. These people can get out and live the life they want to live. But the person who has been robbed, murdered, or that family is affected, they cannot get that time back. And that's the most disgusting thing about this.
And the fucked up part is that there's 2 victims, okay? So there's the victim of the crime that they did to get in jail. And then there's the victim that they victimized when they get out of jail early when they should have still been in there because of this bail program.
And funny thing about rappers like this, he's a piece of garbage. Because the same way he can give money to get these people out of prison or whatever, why doesn't he give that money to fix up those ratchet neighborhoods? You go to the neighborhood, it looks like a dump.
Well, here's the thing, AP. He knows. This guy hangs out with Robert Kraft. He hangs out with the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. He's literally friends with a bunch of old white billionaires. You know what I'm saying, Stunner? Those are like his boys. Some old white billionaires. They've taken him under his wing. He knows, and I mean he knows there's no hope. He knows there's no hope. There's no hope. And he's doing this shit out of a like, I guess just to be like doing something. You know what I'm saying? This is an avenue where he feels like, you know, he can get street cred. There's street cred in this. There's a lot of street cred in this and playing bail for people and shit. But this guy knows there's no hope. He got banned from Philly. You remember that, Stunner? When some of the local hoodlums banned him from Philadelphia because he said something. I forgot what he said. He said something they ain't like, and they banned him from Philly, and he was like, "Man, I can go back to Philly whenever I want."
Yes, I do remember that, and I do remember he left.
Yeah, I mean, like, so some man tell him, man, if we see you in Philadelphia, it's up. You think he doesn't know that it's the
And
hopeful community?
you're talking about people who have murdered children, people caught in the crossfire. These are the people they're letting out. The lie that you smoke a joint and you get arrested, that's a bull, and you know it. He knows it.
Everyone knows that.
He knows it.
And another thing, we don't know what type of mothers these women was at home. They could have been abusive. Them going to jail probably was a relief to the children at home, and to see that they're back home for the holidays, it's a nightmare for those children.
Mm-hmm. And that never crossed his mind once.
They don't care
Crossville,
because to
Philadelphia,
them,
New Jersey.
they don't look at people, the human aspect of it. To them, like Ox said, it's about getting brownie points in the so-called community. But when you're releasing these people back, they're making the community more dangerous.
Jersey
He's
state
not
line
helping.
to take their children to football practice. So I would say probation and parole, taking a look at that is a real thing.
5 of the women were released on Saturday, and 15 more will be released this week.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. And download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
20 kids
to
gonna get
watch
their
on
ass
your
beat for
TV.
Christmas.
Oh, no, I don't want to show this yet. I don't want to show that yet. Let me yeah, man. Let's get into this Christmas fuckery. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the channel.
Now at noon, the man charged with the murder of Migos rapper Takeoff just appeared before a judge where his attorneys are fighting to have his $1 million bond lowered. KPRC2 reporter Taisha Walker was at that bond hearing, and she tells us what's next for Patrick Xavier Clark.
Patrick Clark's attorneys are optimistic that their client will be released from jail later this week. That is, if a judge decides to reduce his bond. During a bond hearing this morning, the judge requested that Clark's passport ID be turned in sometime today. The judge says he'll also draft amended bond condition for Clark's release. Once those two things happen, another hearing will be set for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Clark's attorney is also asking for Clark's $1 million bond to be reduced down to $300,000. She says that his family is also willing to put up their house to prove that Clark will not be a flight risk. His defense team also tried to convince the judge that the court and state can get immediate alerts if Clark tries to tamper with his GPS monitor, just as long as they can use a specific licensed bail bond company. Prosecutors opposed to the state's request, even questioning Clark's assets. Prosecutors say that they believe that Clark has way more money than he stated to the court. Reporting.
So this dude trying to save money. He trying to get them the lowest bond so he don't have to spend all the money.
That's smart, man. When you see all this lowering of the bail and removal of the bail, you'd be a complete moron not to at least ask if they'd reduce it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
You gotta have money for when you run, man.
And for when you like going to the strip club. Like he gonna be out here just living like see this is the sickening part. The guy who's out on the guy who's out on bail for you for harming your loved one is gonna be out here like on TikTok talking about, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, we out here, we outside, you know what I'm saying? He was money phone, he gonna be at the strip club, yeah, we in this bitch. Like he gonna be all over social media acting a fool, and he out on bond for killing your love.
He was on social media acting a fool anyway. They said the day after he supposedly killed Takeoff, he was going on his business, his daily life, like it was nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
because he had killed people before and he got away with it.
Yeah, it's no big, like killing somebody is no big deal to these people. Like, and and even somebody like Takeoff, like with that magnitude, it just doesn't It doesn't register to them. Now that he's caught, oh my God, now that he's caught, he's fucking sick. But without consequences, that's why I tell you, like, and listen, I'm sure there's gliders where their morality is external. And I'm sure there's tigers where their morality is external. But the majority of Sunmen, their morality is based on something outside of them. It's only like when I get caught, his family come looking for me.
What was a good thing?
Yeah, they're not just sad about killing you. Initially. It's just weird, man. And it's a lot of Sunmen that are like that. And I'm sure there's a lot that aren't. But I bet you for every 1,000 per, like what they do per capita, I bet you per capita, we got the highest ratio of that.
I know he having a hard time in prison or in jail. He probably on PC.
Really, you was a CO. So do the prisoners really fuck? Would they really fuck with him for killing Takeoff?
Now, if you got some real Takeoff fans, now they wouldn't.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's doing their time. Everybody's trying to, work. Everybody got their own work.
If they don't
Day-to-day
got
work.
nothing to lose, then they wouldn't mess with them. But if they got like a court, they got a date coming up or something, a court date
But he's
coming
only
up.
in jail though. He's not in prison. He's in jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In jail, they got a court date coming up. They don't have time to mess that up, mess what they got going on for him.
For somebody who's not attacking them or threatening to attack them. Yeah.
Believe that Clark has way more money than he stated to the court. Reporting from downtown, Taisha Walker, KPRC 2 News.
We begin with new information after a woman is shot and killed while walking to the supermarket. Good evening, I'm Dick Brennan. Christine and Maurice are off. Police say the 64-year-old woman was an innocent bystander. CBS 2's Tim McNicholas.
Jesus Christ, man. Christmas, man. Christmas just ain't Christmas without the son you love.
Has obtained surveillance video, and police say it shows the suspects riding away.
Dick, that 64-year-old woman was walking down the street near Dykeman and Vermilion, where you could see the gunfire also hit an SUV parked near the intersection. We froze this surveillance video just before the gut-wrenching shooting. This image shows the victim, Valeria Ortega, wheeling a cart down the street.
She's just walking. See, this is another thing. You're walking behind this guy with the hoodie and the big coat on, and he probably looks every bit like out of central casting for a fucking piece of shit thug. And you're walking back, and you think that that's enough just to give him some distance. He's probably like, he's probably meandering, and she's probably like, well, I'm gonna just keep walking slow just so that I don't have to be close to him. Even that's not enough. You have to cross the fucking street.
I was just about to say that you got to cross the street. That's the rule.
Yeah, but
That's what I do. I cross. If I see a Sunman, if I'm walking, which is rare, but when I walk in the neighborhood, I'm crossing the freaking street.
This image shows the victim, Valeria Ortega, wheeling a cart down the street. Her husband says she was just heading to the store. Supermarket. Vicente Garcia says his son approached him in a panic after the shooting and said, "Look at my mother."
Oh, it's a nightmare today. No good.
Now the family is devastated.
Oh my God.
After the shooting, the video
Jesus Christ, man. My God, man. These are some sad ass stories, man.
Was it the guys on the moped that shot?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't even know there was somebody on the moped. This is just Jesus Christ, man.
My mother.
Oh, it's a nightmare today. No good.
Now the family is devastated.
Oh my God.
After the shooting, the video we
There it
obtained
is,
shows
yeah.
two people ride by on a
Okay, yeah. I see.
Man,
Damn.
this is third world country shit right here.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yep. This is like Brazil.
It's like Nigeria or Ghana.
Yeah.
This is definitely. I saw videos of this before 2020 occasionally, but I mean, this type of behavior has ratcheted up 1,000-fold since 2020.
The difference is in
On a
Brazil, they
two-wheeled
get shot for
scooter
doing
down
that.
Dykeman. Now the NYPD is looking for them,
So
describing them
hold
as
on.
the perpetrators.
Why did they kill her? Why did they shoot her? It looks
No,
like his
Because
arms extended.
she behind him. She
yeah, but
pushed the
when they
cart.
No, that's her shadow. So that's her shadow.
describing
That's
them
not
as
his
the
arm.
perpetrator.
That's the manhole.
That's
This is the
not her.
manhole.
She's behind that man.
No, that's her. That's her. Hold on, let me see. You said,
No, I can remember she was pushing the little cart.
yeah, she ain't got a grocery cart. That woman.
look at him. He has on a gray hoodie.
Okay, and that's the woman right there with the scarf on.
Yep.
Right.
Wrenching shooting. This image.
Yep, that's her.
Yeah, that's her. They shot. This guy right here is not. He's not the one that's in this picture right here.
No.
The video we obtained shows two people.
Oh, she's still back here. This is someone different.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
all the way in the back. Remember,
Yeah, so
they
they're
shot
shooting
their
at
truck
him.
up too.
Yeah, no, they're shooting at him. Look at him.
People ride by on
They're
a two-wheeled
shooting.
scooter down.
Okay, they're shooting at him.
Okay, gotcha.
They're shooting. This is him. They're shooting at him, and she's still back here. She's still back here.
Yep.
And they're shooting at him, and she's back here, and they hit her. Oh my god.
Oh man, I hope they get life in prison.
The recklessness. So reckless. So fucking reckless, man. God.
I think the minimum sentence should be the amount of time from when the person was killed to either they were born or they were expected to die, whichever is greater.
Nah, just death.
Like if a 25-year-old gets killed, give them 50 years. If the average, age of
that
living.
type of recklessness, though, you have to come down severely on that type of recklessness. That was reckless,
Oh, yeah.
my G.
Nah,
because that bullet doesn't hit that woman, it's still going down that block.
Oh yeah.
Death's enough. They should be put to death.
Yeah,
man.
That's horrible.
This is but from what we have, what we're working with in reality in real time in this country,
this guy will get 15 years.
Yeah, I mean,
and he'll be out in 12.
Yeah,
12.
And he'll be in there having sex with fucking chomos all day, playing fucking dominoes and watching fucking movies on the fucking goddamn TNT and fucking TBS.
Then going to church, then going to Ramadan.
Yeah, he's gonna be living. He's not gonna be like just breaking rocks.
He's gonna have a master's degree on the state.
Yeah, he's gonna be in there living a whole life. He's not gonna be like the quality of his life may increase because you have to think about it like this. This guy right here that's on this bike.
The video we obtained shows
these guys on this bike. They're looking over their shoulder. They hang out on the block, spitting loogies and grabbing their crotch all day. They fucking live with their fucking aunt and her kids. They fucking got like a bunch of fucking ratchet ass cantankerous baby mamas. All their homeboys are fucking pieces of shit. So
they probably can't even have children because they so burnt down there. They sterile.
Yeah, these guys look at you and you're getting pregnant. But this shit right, this right here, these guys are going to live a whole life in prison. They're not going to be like suffering like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be. They're gonna have good days and bad days.
They're gonna be the dudes in there making those little pies and cakes and shit. And you know what I mean? Getting degrees and diplomas and shit.
If they young, they probably gonna be the ones getting raped and beat up.
These guys are probably G's though. These guys are probably like, they're probably not gonna be like these are the type of guys that victimize. These guys that are doing the riding around on bikes and spraying up the block, them guys don't really go to jail and be like bitches and shit in jail like that. It can happen. Yes, it can happen, but for the most part, these guys are probably veterans of that shit, been in and out and
I
shit
don't
like
know.
that.
I done seen it happen. They was tough on the street. Soon they get in. I don't
Yeah,
know. It's a whole nother story.
I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is like in general, yes, it can happen, but in general, the guys that are doing this shit have been in and out of jail. They know everybody in their city jail. If they go to the fucking feds or to go to the state, whatever, or the penitentiary, they gonna be all right. They're gonna live a life. They're gonna have good days and bad
Maybe.
days.
Maybe.
They're gonna have good days and bad days. They ain't gonna have no more bad days than you on the outside, and they ain't gonna have no more good days than you on the outside. Right? Didn't you get an argument with your husband this week? He gonna get an argument with his prison baby. I mean, it's
Nah,
really
we
the same
did good
shit.
this week. We did real good this week.
Oh, y'all did good this
Yeah,
week.
we did
Damn.
really good.
You went a week with oh shit. God man, bless you. Give me the secret, man. Um salute MILF Mandy, man. She says, stay safe, everyone. Love you all, man. Love you too, MILF Mandy. Um LA Thorn, man. LA Thorn the Martian, man. He says, reintroduce chattel slavery. They do ish like that. They need to experience worse than the slavery their ancestors experienced. It is for life too. Yeah, man. I honestly tell you this, man. Maybe not the Atlantic slave trade, but I think the slave trade, the Arab slave trade, because the Arabs are so close in proximity to the sub-Saharans, I think from decades and eons of fucking interacting, they because they're very brutal to the Africans when they in this society. Like you can't have you can't keep your junk. You know what I'm saying? Slavery is very brutal in those areas. I think they're doing that because of what they experienced for eons. You know what I'm saying? And interacting with those Sun people, man. They know that if they're going to be in our society, we can't let them. We just can't have them around, our wives and stuff with fully equipped. You dig what I'm saying? With the whole kit, and it's just sad, man. That's what it takes. It takes brutality.
People ride by on a two-wheeled scooter down Dykeman. Now the NYPD is looking for them, describing them as the perpetrators.
Now, for the record, Dykeman is a Latino neighborhood, but they're Sunbritos. They're not like El Salvadorians or Mexicans. These are Sunbritos. You know what I'm saying? These are Dominicans, Puerto Rican type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Describing them as the perpetrators.
He was just walking.
Amari Bohosa says he was leaving a medical clinic nearby when the shooting happened.
We heard a big bang, and I saw a lot of people rushing, running, and then we looked over, and it was the old lady she just dropped.
NYPD data shows 22 shootings this year in the 34th precinct, which is down compared to last year. But after a shooting earlier this month at an Inwood deli and another broad day.
Oh, wow. That was the same neighborhood? Yikes. We covered that. We covered this one. Wow.
Another broad daylight shooting in Inwood Monday that police say was not connected.
Worried about my safety, worried about my neighbor's safety.
Bujosa says he not only feels unsafe, but heartbroken that a mother senselessly lost her life. Tim McNicholas, CBS 2 News.
The family of a Houston mechanic says he was murdered over a $500 repair job.
Money
like
he planned to put
Candyman.
toward Christmas gifts for two small children he leaves behind. Jason Miles is live along the North Freeway where the father was fatally shot on Friday. Jason.
That's right. It happened in the rear of this business park you see behind me in broad daylight on Friday afternoon. Several people say they saw the victim get into an argument and try to get away before being executed while begging for his life.
Dang.
Luis Manuel Casillas' two toddlers opened presents Sunday,
Santa showed up, but Daddy didn't.
still too young to fully comprehend.
Damn. Look at that big old truck, man.
their father's murder 2 days before Christmas.
We don't have a holiday no more. We don't know what the holidays are no more.
Houston police say the 29-year-old mechanic was fatally shot in the head Friday outside his shop off the North Freeway, where friends and family, many in their custom cars and trucks, gathered this weekend. They say one of up to 6 suspects was supposed to pay for a $500 repair, but refused.
Sonny, that sounds Sonny to
That's
me.
what I see. It sounds like a
Oh
son
my
man.
God.
Because they'll kill you. Remember I told you how lying and stealing leads to killing with some people a lot? You know, like that, like you owe them, they owe you money. They're more likely to kill you if they owe you money than you ought to kill them for owing them money.
And that poor man, he's probably was like, okay, look, I'll do it for free, just don't kill me. And he probably still killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they
Instead of
haggle
pulling
over the
off.
price.
Instead of
Yeah.
pulling off, he just shot him.
No, he begged for his life. They said executed. Execution means that doesn't, like, when they use that term execution, they're talking about like bullet to the back of your head type shit.
Yeah.
Close range, like kneel down type shit, like kneel down, like because any shooting is an execution really, but they only use that term execution. when it's
So I
like-
wonder, was it personal then?
he said they said they owed the guy $500. They killed him, and they didn't want to pay.
10-year-old mechanic was fatally shot in the head Friday outside his shop off the North Freeway, where friends and family, many in their custom cars and trucks, gathered this weekend. They say one of up to 6 suspects was supposed to pay for a $500 repair, but refused before Casillas was killed.
He begged them, I have a family, just take whatever you want. And they said no.
2 neighboring businessmen tell me they tended to the mortally.
That type of cruelty though could be on Britos though.
I believe it's on Brito, actually.
Yeah, that's Umbrito.
That was a
Statistically,
sacrifice. That was a human
yes.
sacrifice.
Statistically, this is Umbrito.
Yeah.
And this is sounding like an Umbrito. And again, like the Umbritos, like, I mean, I do business with some Umbritos, but generally the Umbritos, they don't really do business with us like that.
No. But when you own a mechanic, now here's the thing though. A shop, most shops I go to, the fucking mechanics are fucking hombritos. Most fucking restaurants I go to, the fucking bus boys and the fucking people in the back are hombritos. Some professions they can't help but to do business with us because you know what I mean? So this mechanic is one type of business. No, because I agree with you. If they don't have to, they won't do business with us. But if you're a fucking mechanic and you got a shop, you taking all fucking comers, man. You know, like that's kind of how that shit roll.
My fee.
They wounded Casillas after hearing commotion and a single gunshot.
I just received a call that my brother has been shot.
Brother Jose thought it might be a prank Lewis was known for, but he and others quickly learned it was anything but.
It's been 3 of the longest days.
Sister Sandy is holding out hope the suspects are quickly caught while grasping her brother's favorite cowboy hat.
I'll be damned if I let this case go cold. My brother will get his justice.
And the family believes they know who the shooter might be. They've shared that information with police. Meantime, I'm told HPD was out here collecting surveillance video and other materials, but so far, no charges have been filed. Call Crime Stoppers if you know anything about these suspects. Reporting
That's
live
what I
tonight from
say. I
Fort
think that was
Houston,
like
Jason Miles,
personal, like he knew dude.
News.
Yeah.
Heartbreaks for that family. Jason, thank you.
Metro Police are also looking for 2 robbery suspects. Take a look at your screen if you can. Officers say these 2 people stole a whole bunch of items from a business near Tropicana and Pecos.
Salute to Deluxe 247, the real MVP, aka Cal Ripken, coming through once again, man. Salute to you, bro. We got to do something special for Deluxe, man. I'm gonna think of something, man. But yeah, man, salute, man. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel, man. So these people get caught. The DA will fucking, either throw it out or give them another court date. Then when they go to the next court date, they'll throw it out. There's no way this gets in front of a judge at a trial. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible.
It's impossible. Yes, it's impossible.
This is just.
They
this
don't
is
look
just-
worried. They look
It's
like
the
they
new
do this
normal.
every day.
Exactly. It's the new normal.
Yeah, they don't even have
But they did it
masks
several
on their
times.
faces.
When I talk about how I stole a lot when I was a young man and a kid and whatnot, it was nothing like this. I'm talking about it's like pockets, putting shit in my pockets, putting shit in my fucking crotch, putting it, you know what I'm saying, putting it under my shirt.
hiding
It wasn't this
Standard shoplifting stuff.
Yeah, like when I walked out, I basically had a 99.999 success rate. Like they didn't know I had the shit on me. This type of shit just walked out everything like this. Like it's just fucking crazy.
No
And they
effort
just-
at all.
They're just gonna sell this shit on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist.
Yeah, it's traceable.
They gonna sell it right in the projects.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The woman on the left of your screen allegedly hit an employee before that pair ran off. This is back in November. She's described as 5'7", 120 pounds with black hair. The man is 5'11", both probably in their 30s. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555.
A senior citizen arrested over a trash bill. One of those Alabama officers, you can hear him. Last month, this happened to an 82-year-old woman arrested for not paying her $77 trash bill.
Who thinks that's why this woman's being arrested?
I think so. If it's a little
I think
small
so, too.
country town, yeah.
Where are her children?
Where's her husband?
Probably dead.
What other circumstances got to this point? I don't believe these cops came in and said you owe the trash company $77.
We don't have debtor's prison in the United States
Yeah.
unless it's for child support. or
Exactly.
government
The
debt.
only thing is child support. That's the only debt you can get locked up for, or outstanding traffic tickets. But the trash company, no,
And he's
they
a
ain't
son.
coming. No.
He's a son man.
And again, heard laughing during the encounter.
You Martha Minifield?
I am.
Miss Minifield, we have a warrant for you. What? Not paying your trash bill.
Black cops.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a warrant. So it wasn't the officer's discretion. They made
Right.
they're trying to make it seem like it's the officers came up and said they ain't serving a warrant. It has nothing to do with the trash bill. It could have been a warrant for anything. They're serving a warrant.
They serving a warrant for the trash bill because she probably late like probably like a year.
And some people laugh at anything.
Exactly.
Or bad checks, probably.
Probably laughing at her reaction.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But we
No,
always
bro,
laugh
some
at terrible
people are-
situations.
Yeah, you're right, Brown Sugar. We like laughing at each other when we damn bad.
I'm not joking.
So you're gonna handcuff me and take me to jail?
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
What if I'm married?
And they make the worst inmates.
I'm serious. It's a warrant.
Who? You talking about elderly
Them
people?
elderly people.
Oh, yeah.
Failure to pay solid waste, and here's all your information.
I guess it's
That lady blind.
part of the job.
Rashad Ritchie's off this week.
I wouldn't have that
Oh,
job.
just say
Not on
it's
that day.
Richie.
It's a municipal trash bill. That's why. It's public debt, not private.
Oh, okay.
Where are her children?
Yeah. This is crazy.
Whatever happened to discretion?
There's no discretion when you're serving a warrant, you fucking moron. That guy's got a body cam on that you asked him to wear. Any discretion they could use, they can't use it now with the fucking body cam, you moron.
I was going to say, Mayor, it's part of the job, apparently. And I'll get your comments. But at the end of the day, what's so funny about my stomach would be turned if I had, quote unquote, had to do this. But let's show you the other part of the
And
video.
that's why you're not a
Body cam
cop.
footage was released Thursday, obtained by Law and Crime Network.
You sure you got a phone call from the code enforcement about a month ago saying, hey, you need to come pay your trash bill?
Reason I'm not saying anything because my daughter takes care of that for me. You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, she has not been doing it.
Here go her children.
And you gotta go with me today.
Yep.
Feel bad for
Anything you
her.
need to grab right quick, you
Yeah,
can.
definitely.
And we'll be going on down the way.
She got a flip phone, man. Oh shit. My mama got a flip phone. They do
Now
her
they get them
kids.
that off. They get the elderly people
Oh,
this flip phone with the huge buttons
Yeah,
because
the
they
big
can see.
numbers.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
They
okay.
they're like up to date phone, but they just flip phones.
Okay.
We'll be going on down the way.
So what would I have to pay?
It'll be $285 to get out at the PD. If not, I have to take it to the county jail.
Oh Lord.
I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, right. Oh Lord.
Yeah, put you in these right quick. Okay, they're gonna be in the front.
Oh, wait.
I got you. Okay.
Don't appreciate me.
She said, ooh. Hey man, I ain't trying to be
He
mad.
probably want to arrest that old lady.
She can't believe it. He can't believe it either.
Yeah, put you in these right quick. Okay, they're gonna be in the front.
Oh, wait.
I got you. Okay.
Don't appreciate me. Arresting an 83-year-old.
I am so sorry, but the law is the law, Miss Van.
That's what they used to tell me.
If the law is the law, Mayor, we need to change the laws. If the law is the law, the law.
This is why I hate liberals. And this is why women can't be in charge of things.
This is exactly why they can't.
Change the law now. Change everything because you saw this one video.
Where's that sympathy for the lady who they were accused of relating to Emmett Till's death? They wanted people cheering for a demented old lady to get put in prison.
Off of somebody's interpretation of an interview she made.
Exactly.
And
Not even her own words.
And I still have a problem with arresting that lady because it's a lot of people that got a lot of men murdered, just like Emmett Till was murdered. Like if a guy try to holler at me and I tell my husband, babe, he trying to holler at me, he said something nasty to me, and my husband go out later on that night and kill dude and dump his body in the freaking river, what you arresting me for?
You scaring us, brown sugar.
I'm sorry.
Be careful.
Brown sugar is ensuring nobody's gonna mess with her.
Hey, make sure y'all don't say that crazy brown sugar on this live stream.
I think if Brown Sugar told her husband that, he'd be like, another guy? Dang.
I'm just saying though, what you arresting me for?
If somebody holler at me, what if my husband cut their eyes out and put them in their butt and then tie them up and throw them in the fucking lip?
So silly.
God damn, man. Jesus Christ.
2 years old, a $77 trash bill. I think he said if she paid $85, it's something about the county jail. Remind people who are under the false impression that there is no debtor's prison in America the truth, please, Mayor.
That's municipal debt, same as tax debt.
My brother, man. Look at my brother, man. My brother right there, man.
This is the mayor?
Hey, your little brother?
Yeah, that's my brother, man.
He ain't paid
Dang, y'all sure do favor.
I thought it was David Banner for a second.
Yeah, man. But yeah, this guy, this is the mayor.
Look at this racist town.
This is something about the county jail. Remind people who are under the false impression that there is no debtor's prison in America the truth, please, Mayor.
That's a rough story to watch.
Yeah.
First of all, code enforcement should not have the right to issue or have people arrested. This is definitely criminalizing poverty and people living in poverty. The fact that you can't pay a bill, get you locked up, is debtor's prison.
What?
I
This
want to know how
motherfucker.
long it took for her daughter to get her out of jail for
This mayor pay her bill.
$285 owed
This
for
this
trash.
is a mayor of a town in North Carolina.
How about
And that's
he?
why
Is
we.
he a mayor?
This happened in Alabama.
How about you pay her bill, Mayor? How about
Okay,
the
these
mayor?
Well,
gotta
we
pay it.
need that. Like, that's what keep people in check in society. Like, oh, if I don't pay my bill, I'm gonna get arrested. So let me pay my
Yes.
bill.
Yeah.
It's called having skin in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
they want you
called
to
law and
hate
order.
police, and they're telling like half truths and framing this so that you want less enforcement and fewer police.
And
No, this is
everybody
social just us. This is special rules for a certain sector of society.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I'm
the
just
And I
only sector
guarantee
that's
this
causing
is
the
not the
problem.
first. This is not the first person to be arrested for not paying their trash bill in this
I'm
town.
not letting my grandmother go to jail for $285 on the trash.
And
That's
especially
crazy.
when you were supposed to be paying the bill in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the grandma should have went behind her daughter then.
That's a rough story to watch.
Yeah.
First of all, code enforcement should not have the right to issue or have people arrested. This is definitely criminalizing poverty and people living in poverty. The fact that you can't pay a bill, get you locked up, is debtor's prison by default. I mean, by definition. And then the price he said was $285, which is a 270% increase. $7 that she owed. So if you're having problems,
Well, that was the bond to get out of jail.
$285. What is the likelihood of that? This cash bail all needs to go away. The tragedy and the crash behavior of this officer laughing in her face. This woman is truly just in a stressful situation, and she's caught up. She thinks he's playing a trick on her. Joke. It can't be real. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. From our community says something completely different. I'm a Southern raised Black boy. I know what it means when an 83-year-old Black woman says you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That is the height of disgust and distrust from our community. And him acted as if he had nothing he could have done. He could have walked away. He didn't have to serve her.
Yo,
You gonna get that man
He
fired.
is at work.
He just called himself a Southern raised Black boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Chris
Um,
G. He said he's like a vegan version of Ock. Shout out to Chris G.
That dude
He
look like
ock
a
on
baby
soy
ox.
milk. He ock on soy milk.
They cloned me, brought me back as a fucking woke man. That's fucking crazy, man.
And why didn't she say shame on her daughter for not paying the bills you said she would?
Yeah, right. Why are they not making this about the daughter? That's who I would want to like
Because
expose.
It's about cash bail. It's
right.
about getting you against cash bail.
Yeah, exactly. That's the goal of this. It's the anti-cash bail message.
Right. So they had to use
Wouldn't
the
have served
old
anybody. The serving process was more than $77 that she owed. Him driving a company car, a taxpayer-owned car, the gas, the car itself, his time, and also the process of printing and writing a warrant for her arrest cost more than $77. This is absolutely disgusting.
And there's just that rap
And that's why
song,
she now
This Is
owes
America.
$285.
Okay, this is America. And here's the thing: you have the chief now. Okay, a Facebook post, Police Chief Mark Reynolds defending his officers, claiming the department's hands were tied on whether to handcuff Miss Menefield after magistrate signed off on her arrest. So
Good to be some
there's
white
just
man.
Now his crime is being white.
He's the white man. He's the one white man they can get. In the
Exactly.
situation.
He's white,
When-
so that's the crime. I'm telling you.
And the police chief had nothing to do with the warrant.
The magistrate signed off on the warrant.
Exactly.
His officer,
No, the code enforcement officer initiated the warrant. The magistrate signed off on it. That's out of the PD.
Yeah.
They just have to serve it.
It's
A
not
gang
like
of degenerates.
He manhandled her and threw her around. And,
he was
you know,
nice to
cuffed
her. I guarantee you, once she got in jail and got booked, she probably was cursing, talking bad to the COs. Just cutting up.
Called him a BAN.
I bet you they ain't taking to Burger King though.
People or degenerate behaviors involved in this conspiring here to do this disgusting work. In the post, he added that the 82-year-old grandma.
Disgusting work?
That is so
Wrong
insane.
with her.
And she just called the police the degenerates in this situation.
And conspiring. Like, they should sue her.
Yeah, like it's a
People need to
fucking
start
warrant.
suing these people.
Serving a warrant, like I mean, I just don't think they understand how like the world works.
No, they
And
know. They want to destroy it. So if you look at in Marxism, you have, it's been a long time since I was in school, but you have like the lumpen proletariat, and it's your degenerates, criminals, drug addicts, prostitutes, and these people are needed to like counter the revolution. So they want all these people.
Cause.
Yeah, they want all these people. You can't organize them. You know, they're too chaotic, but they want them out there causing problems for everyone. And
This
that's
is
why they
why
want
you
to get rid
see,
of cash bail.
and this is why you see so many of these people and getting involved in Antifa and being on the streets and involved in that type shit. The people that Cal Rittenhouse shot is the exact same kind of people she's just describing.
The what? Yeah. The lumpen what?
Lumpen proletariat. So it's like the lowest social class. You can't organize them. You know, they can't be used like that. But
that's
they're
why
just
they're
not
doing
bottom.
That's why they're doing all the homeless reform. The homeless, I mean, where like every city's, all these cities are getting billions of dollars for homeless programs, and these homeless people are rushing all these cities.
So if they make your life so chaotic and dangerous, at some point they think people are going to say, okay, you know what, take the guns. It's the guns' fault. And they're going to vote for, you know, like anti-two-way stuff. And then we'll have nothing.
And there's also...
On the other hand, they break the system by you know, oh, we have to build housing for these people.
Oh, wow.
Which costs millions.
It's also...
And then they send the rest to Ukraine.
And it's also a spiritual part to it too, y'all. Like, some of these people think if they could make the world so chaotic and so evil, it'll make Jesus come back quicker. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know. These people looking for Jesus.
That's ISIS right there.
It's been about 2 years that they've had this.
That man ISIS.
Yikes. Let me turn this shit up. Yikes.
No, they tell people who believe that that's ISIS.
Is this low?
About 2 years that they've had this problem.
Yeah.
Luis Ovalius tells us his harrowing tale, speaking through translator and
Yeah, this
tenant
is too
advocate
low,
Nancy
man.
Mack. Pix 11 News.
Gunshots, they responded, and as they responded, they were given a lookout of 4 juveniles dressed in all black, running last seen behind the apartments. The officers took flight and ran after. Unfortunately, once they got around the corner,
It's
they
low.
made good their escape. They returned back to the scene in which DC Films was already on the scene attending.
Damn, I can't do that. It's these videos. I think it's just a video.
And providing medical aid. At which time we got further information of a lookout of the 4 juveniles, and all 3 have been transported to a local hospital.
So this is DC. Let me see what's going on in DC, man. Salute to everybody out there watching on Rumble. Salute to everybody watching on YouTube, man. Make sure you hit that PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel. We got a great show going tonight, man. We're gonna see what's going on in the stand. Christmas time, man.
Police say a man was walking his dog yesterday along the 800 block of Otis Place in Northwest. Someone approached, pointed a gun at him, and demanded the dog. The victim handed over that dog, and the good news tonight is police found the animal a short time later, and that dog is okay. Police have also released surveillance images of the suspect.
It's robbing people for their dogs, man. That's big in DC. I don't know.
And then abandon the dog? That's
Maybe
crazy.
something happened. Maybe he got spooked, or maybe he had to run, or I don't know. But usually they steal these people who walking with these. They know, like, this guy knows how much dogs cost, which dogs cost what. It's probably a pasty liberal with a fucking very expensive dog.
Investigators want to hear from anyone who
I
can
don't
help
like
identify
dogs.
this man. These pictures are pretty clear. A tip that leads to an arrest could be worth a reward of up to $10,000.
$10,000 for this guy.
And that was a very pasty liberal.
Yeah,
Rich
because
liberal.
murders usually be like, we offering $2,500 for who killed these 4 little girls, and it's like $10,000 for this fucking dog. Definitely a liberal. Definitely, she want her damn dog back. If she got it, but she would have got it even quicker if it wasn't for if he wouldn't have lost it. Let's see, Southwest investigative master. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the story we'll just cover. Let's see if they sound higher.
Following some breaking news in Southeast DC tonight, police are investigating a triple shooting there. This happened about 3 hours ago on Pennsylvania Avenue near the Anacostia Freeway. You're looking at live pictures from that scene right now. Police say they are searching for 4 teenage boys in connection to this shooting. They were last seen heading west on Pennsylvania Avenue wearing all black. All 3 victims, by the way, are men. They were taken to the hospital, and medics say their injuries are not serious, thankfully. Now, one of those men has been charged with carrying a gun without a permit. Investigators have not yet said what prompted today's shooting.
Just sprayed up the motherfucking side of the fucking store.
They said it were boys who shot men.
Yeah. Them boys will shoot your ass too. They don't give a fuck. Them boys are disrespectful as hell. That whole thing, like, this generation despises old people. They call you like old niggas, old niggas. They don't
There
have.
was the aunts.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could have been like a little fucking. A lot of things in DC happen like right there. Like, it'd be literally like the person that's shooting you. You just met them like 5-6 seconds ago.
And then
You
they
never
think
know.
everybody's so old. I remember being 24, and this girl was like 18 going on 19, and she was like, "You're old." I'm like, you fixing to turn 19, and I just turned 24. What are you talking about?
Yeah, these people are crazy.
They're
Man.
retarded.
No, they said she said you were old
Most of the
because you're
time,
not really
quiet.
expected to make it to your 30s.
Yeah, these people.
I lived her though.
Probably.
Most of the time, quiet in this area. On this street here, it's quiet.
Unfortunately, that peace was shattered last week
That's over there by
when
my
this
auntie
jailed
house.
teen described being part of a planned holdup that
What's her name?
That girl right there,
Carrioni
Brown.
She probably pronounced it Carriani.
Carrioni.
She a dirty broad too. She is. Listen to the
last week
story.
when this jailed teen described being part of a planned holdup that had a deadly ending. The man we spoke with off camera has called Lee Crest Avenue, just off West Range Road, home for several years.
Mm-hmm.
The man we spoke with said after seeing that heavy police presence, he knew instantly things were not going to turn out well. Sadly, he was right. In fact, he knew after seeing blue latex gloves, the kind first responders often wear, coupled with blue flashers, that this was a big deal.
I got out work and I seen blue lights everywhere and the ambulance and I knew it.
Why do they call it ambulance?
Ambulance.
It's like
ambulance. I don't know.
It's like
Because when they say it in school, when we're all real small and they say it in school where they grew up, they weren't corrected because that's racist.
It's what is the ambulance?
Ambulance.
It's ambulance. It's
ambulance.
Ambulance.
Yeah.
It's not ambulance. It's ambulance.
Ambulance. They're saying AMBA lamp.
First responders.
Yeah, man.
And I seen blue lights everywhere and the ambulance and I knew it was some shooting because they said that some glass and stuff was shot out.
But something he did not know is who would end up losing their life. Detectives say Kariani Brown admitted to orchestrating with her boyfriend the robbery of a drug dealer she knew through social media.
Somebody was trying to stunt and try to show off for Carriati, man. And Carriati had other plans, man. Got her boyfriend killed. Got her goddamn boyfriend whacked. And listen, let me say this. Let me change this for you, Tori. Because we got a Tory Lanez disciple in the chat. The boyfriend got himself whacked. The boyfriend got him. So you hear that, Stunner? The boyfriend got himself whacked. I can't put this on the girl. His dumb ass. The boyfriend got himself whacked.
Nah, he got involved with this. Hey, Tory Lane got himself in trouble when he got involved with them filthy broads.
True.
With her boyfriend, the robbery of a drug dealer she knew through social media. Brown later described her 21-year-old boyfriend, identified as Jalen Faulkner, as pulling out his gun, but quicker on the trigger was someone inside the car with the drug dealer. Faulkner would be the one shot and killed.
It ain't really a lot of drama that go on this street, but every once in a while, every blue moon.
Drama-filled and disturbing are ways of describing what happened as Brown admitted to leaving her dying boyfriend in the street after first removing the two guns he came with.
That sounds like a Biggie song.
That's what I said. She a dirty broad.
You're right.
Yeah, she's a damn Kariani.
And what make it so bad, like his family, when they find out what she did, she gonna catch hell.
Shit.
Kariani is a gangster.
Yeah, she
It's
is.
a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, you can arrest your way out of this though. You can. You lock these motherfuckers up, this will stop. You lock Kariani up, Kariani will not be robbing any more people. She be on social media. So for all you DAs and prosecutors, you can arrest your way out of this one. Damn.
And he probably was like, please don't leave me.
Man, he probably was like,
he was breathing, trying to catch his breath.
Trying to breathe and shit. And she was probably like, let me take the guns so that when they find him, or if he survived, because you gotta understand, they think white people are superheroes, right? That's why they hold y'all to such a high standard. She probably thought the white people won't come, rush to the hospital and save his life. And she don't even want him to get a gun charge, probably.
Exactly.
You know?
Her boyfriend and killed.
It ain't really a lot of drama that go on this street, but every once in a while, every blue moon.
Drama-filled and disturbing are ways of describing what happened as Brown admitted to leaving her dying boyfriend in the street after first removing the two guns he came with. Days later, Brown was caught, leaving those living nearby praying that peace they're used to will soon return. In Southwest Memphis, Jarita Patterson, WREG.
Ain't no peace in Westwood.
News Channel 3.
And tonight, Brown is facing several charges. The most serious include conspiracy to commit robbery and reckless homicide. She was scheduled to appear in court today, but her...
Yeah, definitely.
So was the drug dealer, did he get off on self-defense?
No, I think they skated.
Yeah,
they're not getting charged.
Out of there. They just know from what she said. Now she does know the drug dealer she tried to rob, so she could probably tell the police that. Maybe the police are probably like, well, looking for him or whatnot.
It's in her Facebook. They met through Facebook.
Yeah, so she knows.
So they just gonna go through her Facebook. That's all.
No, she gonna go through her Facebook. She gonna give them information.
Yeah, and he's got a good chance of getting off self-defense based on her statement.
He gonna get charged with illegal gun though.
Updating breaking news first at 10. 2 people are recovering after being shot at a popular shopping plaza in East Memphis. Hello, I'm Simon, Greg, and Stephanie are all tonight. Now, this happened this afternoon on Popular near International Place. WREG's Bria Jones joins us live now. Bria, you actually got a chance to talk with someone who worked at the restaurant.
My sister,
of the crime scene.
She got a coat on.
Yeah, that's right, Shay. And that worker tells me there was actually chaos inside the restaurant as children and adults ran from the sound of gunfire.
Chilling moments for those inside Big Bad Breakfast in East Memphis
That's
Tuesday
a good
afternoon
area, ain't
as an employee holiday party.
I don't like East Memphis. All of it terrible. Ain't no but some people with money with hood mentalities.
You see that sign on the front door?
I've
Guns allowed.
eaten food from that restaurant before.
Oh, really?
That very one.
Wow. Was it
See the
good?
sign on the front door?
It was the holiday
Yes,
party.
it was good.
Big Bad Breakfast.
Moments for those inside Big Bad Breakfast in East Memphis Tuesday afternoon as an employee holiday party turned into the center of a crime scene.
We just saw people running and we found out somebody had gotten shot.
Victoria Franklin was working inside the restaurant when Memphis police say a man and woman were shot in the parking lot of the shopping center at Poplar Avenue and International Place around 2:15 in the afternoon. According to police, the man told officers they were leaving the restaurant when he tried to unlock his car and noticed a man getting out of the vehicle shooting towards him. That's when he said he returned fire.
Everybody was terrified. I'm not even gonna lie. They had kids up by the window. And then when the shots happened, everybody freaked out and ran to the back of the building.
This is the victim's red Dodge Charger with what appears to be a bullet hole on the passenger side and a busted out window. Officers placed more than a dozen evidence markers in front of the vehicle before towing it away. The victims were taken to Regional 1 in critical condition, but were later upgraded to non-critical.
I saw a young lady that was standing right here. She was being held up by two others and they were administering first aid. And then a gentleman over here who had an injury to his knee.
With SkyCop cameras surrounding the area, MPD was able to manually retrieve video from the crime scene. Big Bad Breakfast tells us it's also looking to invest in more cameras. In a statement to WREG, the founder of the company says in part, this is an equally scary and infuriating crime. The fact that we don't know whether the walk to or from our car is safe is appalling.
That's a glider.
Now, MPD says that the suspects left the scene in a black Infiniti sedan. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers at 528-CAP.
You said it's a glider that's the victim?
No, that's a glider. That's definitely a glider statement. And another thing, Infinity cars are the worst vehicles in Memphis.
Yes. If an Infinity comes around you, it's a Sunman. It's a dangerous one.
No, they the ones that commit all the crimes.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. I see Challengers and Chargers pretty well represented too.
My last two cars have been Infinities, man. That's crazy.
It's the Infinities they like carjacking and
they call them fanfans.
Wow. I love Infinities, man.
And then if they got a drive-out tag, it's stolen or it's a murderer or rapist, kidnapper, somebody behind it. And guess what? The police don't do anything about it.
Well, here's the thing. I don't blame them, man. In a place like this, man, you get a fucking civil rights lawsuit against your ass for fucking trying to arrest somebody.
Man, you know how many folks Memphis done killed? Memphis police shot and killed so many people this year. We don't care. We didn't riot. We don't care. Like, we literally don't care.
For 2 years.
There has been a few this year over there.
We had a lot. And Memphis people don't care when the police kill somebody. We just don't care.
Good.
But I did notice, because I stayed in a hotel down the street from that restaurant when I went to the Grizzlies game, right? And it seems like it's nice, but you still have vagrants kind of moving about. You know what I mean? Like panhandlers and shit like that. Some in. So that let me know that at least, there's some definite criminal element in the area. But I didn't feel like I was going to get carjacked or nothing or robbed in the parking lot.
You should always feel that way.
That's why I stay strapped.
That's how you survive.
That's how I stay strapped.
Man,
I was strapped.
Them folks don't care about that gun.
Wow. Man. Give me a city. I'm gonna go give me some water and y'all hold it down. And when I get back, I need y'all to give me what's so funny, man. Why y'all laughing, man?
They say whenever you go out to get some water, you go out to make a 2-course meal.
No, I already ate, man. I'm good though, man. I really am. I really am going to get some water.
Finally in the chat.
I really am going to get some water, man.
Going to Poland and get some Poland Spring. Oh man.
But yeah, the police had shot somebody a couple weeks ago. Like they kill a lot of people in Memphis all the time.
You said the people don't care about it?
Nope.
I think a lot of people in Memphis are tired of the criminals. They really are.
Oh, and honestly, people don't care unless they're told to care.
Yep.
Yeah.
If George Floyd wouldn't have never made the national news, nobody giving a shit about that.
We would never care. The world would have been normal.
Yeah.
Exactly. They had to keep playing it over and over and over and over again, touching nerves.
And emphasizing that he was yelling for his mama.
Well, and then making up the story about them two working together, and he was a racist and they had issues at the club.
I just wish he would have set him up. Just set him up.
Or left his ass in that damn car.
Or
kicking and
left him in a car, took him on to jail.
Yeah.
They left OD in the car.
Well, you're not driving if you're claustrophobic, really claustrophobic. You're not driving a car. And then when you get out and they're going to put you in a police car, you're all of a sudden claustrophobic.
Exactly. They were all closed up in that car.
This is a game he has played 100 times before.
Many, many times before.
He OD'd, didn't he? Like 2 days before. He OD'd and he got resuscitated.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend both, I think.
Right.
That's what he did here. That's
And
what
he was
he did
COVID.
there.
And he was COVID positive.
Yeah, and 90% arteries clogged around his heart.
That was just a good opportunity because they had a video, and they can play on the emotion. But next time somebody needs a distraction, they'll just go through and see who's been killed recently. Make sure the cop is white or a woman or something. And
they keep trying. They looking for something.
Oh, they were trying with that Jaheim McMillan case down in Gulfport. But the family was showed the video finally on like the 23rd, and they've been dead silent since.
They tried in Memphis about the guy getting arrested in Somerville in his house, but we didn't budge either. We don't care.
They're trying now with the woman that took the other woman hostage at the Walmart.
Oh, yep.
But no one care.
Exactly. They see through the bullshit. They're not doing that no more.
It's more like they'll have a big social media campaign, so they have all these technologies that they can use to publicize the event to the right people to get people hyped up and get people on the streets. It just has to be like a coordinated effort when they want to do it. So people will just, they'll be on Facebook and Instagram and probably TikTok, and all this stuff will pop up, and they'll pay certain people to make videos about it and just let it spiral like that.
It's just going to be a whole bunch of pasty Antifa, because they tried that with the abortion thing. They thought, some people was going to get out there and start burning down stuff to get their abortions.
Yeah, we didn't.
Actually, the abortion shit worked, but it worked on the wrong group.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It worked on young kids.
Right.
It wasn't black people out there. It was just young students. That's who showed up to vote on that issue.
And the abortion issue is stupid anyway. Like, it's so racist, and it's like other black people, like at the BET Awards, you had every celebrity on stage telling all the people, you guys need to vote and fight for women's rights and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how you for black people, but you for the murder of black babies?
Exactly.
That doesn't even make any sense at a black entertainment television network.
But what's so crazy is the people they
they're pushing for
idolize. They all married with children.
they push for people to act as if they have no self control, because you have to be someone without self control to want to be motivated by by being able to kill your kid because you didn't want to be responsible with sex. So that's what they push. They
Yeah.
push
Yeah, well,
irresponsible
yeah,
behavior.
they sexualize our youth. Nicki Minaj and Big Lotto, they sexualize our youth, and then when they end up having sex and they get pregnant, they want to make sure that they have an abortion instead of just teaching them use condoms, get your birth control, you
Yeah.
know,
It's
or
like
just
the
raise
hardest.
your freaking kid.
It's just the hardest
I
thing in
think
the
this is the
world
first
to
time.
take a pill every day. I mean,
I think this is the first time abortion is being pushed by artists. I know it was started like Elvis was corrupting the youth with his music and his gyrating on stage, but there was no call for anyone there was no call for young women to get abortions, like not even in the 70s. That seemed like a new thing to nowadays.
Right.
well, that
In the
was
90s, when I was in high school, that's what it was. Like, girls used to just go get abortions. Their parents didn't know. It was just like you could just walk in there with your high school, like your schedule. That was your ID.
Okay, I was born in '89, so I just didn't know. I didn't know what was going on I was a little kid in the '90s. I didn't know that was going on. But it just seemed like
Yeah.
a new. It just seemed like a new thing
It
But
nowadays.
takes
Yeah,
the
now
artists.
it's
money.
the
They
hormones. They
pay
could go to
people.
Planned Parenthood and get hormones with their high school um schedule
But if
without
you
their parents
remember
knowing.
how Joe Biden was paying a bunch of TikTokers to talk about gas prices, to
oh
make
yeah.
videos about how, it's not his fault or it's Russia's fault or something like that
Yeah, I
about gas
remember
prices.
that.
Yeah, so they do that for every cause. They'll go find some influencer that has a few followers and they can just write people a check to make a video and they'll give them these talking points and
Right.
that's
That's the
it.
new
Their
thing.
message goes around.
Pretty much with with these Twitter dumps, information dumps, it verifies that the feds are involved in crafting a message all around you through the
Oh yeah.
social
And
media, through the celebrities. And it's plain and simple. This is no more conspiracy theory. This is facts.
and Obama stopped he ended the law where our intel agencies, foreign intel agencies, can operate domestically, and that's what this is.
Like months or something. Yeah. So
This is America.
it's a big psychological operation on all of us.
This was America.
It still is.
It is.
It still is America, and
It can be.
I still love this place.
It ain't in
I'm not.
Brooklyn.
I ain't giving up on it.
Oh, I'm not giving up on it either, but
It's all gonna come to an end anyway.
Yeah, at some point.
No, they
I don't know
definitely can't
when.
control it.
I'm not gonna act like I know when that's gonna happen, but
I don't know when, but it's like
yeah.
all this worry about global warming, it's like the world gonna end anyway. So who gives a freak? Use the oil.
that global warming shit's a bunch of crap anyway.
It
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
is.
that's
that's
another
not
money
real.
grab.
The
Yeah.
same people, the same so-called scientific community that now tells us that we're going to die from the warmth, were telling us in the 70s we was going to die from the cold.
And
And
then
no
in the
one ever
80s,
And overpopulation. They were saying
exactly.
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but the
70s.
the world not even popular, not even as populous. Like the population is going down in a
Actually,
lot
it's
of
not.
areas.
We just passed what 9 billion?
No, I think we 8 billion, right?
No, we just passed 9 billion like last month.
Yeah, well, they're inverting penises and, closing down vaginas. There'll be no more.
Oh my god.
Well, I think like a lot of the problems that women are having getting pregnant now. Number one, it's due to age, waiting too long,
It's
and
8 billion people.
but number two, it's due to the birth control.
Yep,
The hormonal birth control.
and the diets.
Yeah, and a lot of women waiting so long to have a baby.
It probably wouldn't be so bad if they weren't obese, because you can have kids into your 40s.
And you can have kids if you're obese too. I've seen
I
it.
don't know what weight got to do with anything. I think they just age. I think they're waiting so late in life to have their first child that they're not able to even produce eggs anymore.
They done aborted all their kids, 15, 17.
Yep.
They be
Yep.
having some football numbers,
Yeah.
so that can also mess you up. And then they end up fibroids. They get talked into, getting like hysterectomies and things like that. Like, it's severe out here.
Well, they want people demoralized. It's working.
And then y'all heard about the macaroni, like the macaroni, the Kraft macaroni. It's a link with the Kraft macaroni and how it brings down the testosterone in children and boys and make them more feminine.
I never heard of that.
It's soy
It's
filled.
probably a plasticizer used in
There's
the process.
glyphosate in all of the
Yep.
food chain now, so we're kind of screwed.
So I think that's contributing to, men not want to have children.
Yeah, guys are definitely more feminine these days. Like young men, they don't look like young men when I was a teenager.
No, they all look like fucking 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, they're so
Either
the
that or they're just
obesity.
extremely obese.
Yeah, obesity is a problem for both because it'll mess up your hormones. So it's like, I never used to see guys with like hips when I was in school. Like, it just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Guys had hips. I mean, guys.
No, they did not. I see these guys. They've got like young guys. They got kind of like fatty midsection. It's really weird.
Oh.
Definitely not good for you.
Soft midsection.
My teenager, he's 6 feet tall, and the doctor told me to expect him to get at least 6'5". And he plays football and basketball.
Damn,
Good
how
for
tall
him.
are you, Brown Sugar?
I'm 5'6".
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
you made a big boy.
Same height.
How tall is your bodyguard? I mean, your boy.
He get that from my dad. My dad is over 6 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But he told me, he was like, "Mom, I still thinking about doing Air Force." He said, "I don't want to do the Navy anymore."
Yeah, man, get him the fuck out that house and into something productive, and don't let his ass hang around and just do nothing, meet the wrong people, and get to
I
some
told him,
bullshit.
don't go to no HBCU. I was fussing at him. Y'all remember Players Club when Diamond Daddy was fussing at her?
Yeah.
I was doing him the same way.
She wanted to go to Spelman, I think.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
"Don't come to HBCU."
Wow, y'all are crazy. Yeah, there's some crazy shit going on at Coppin State, the HBCU Coppin State, man. Shit is crazy out there, man. I was going. Let me see if I can find the story. If I can't, I just do it on Instagram, man. Let me see. I was just looking at this shit. This shit is bizarre. That's going on at Coppin State, man. Let me see. Shit is bananas. Where is it? Did I save? I didn't save that. That's the one I didn't save. Ain't that a bitch? Let me see.
Somebody in the chat said he gonna be in Colorado with Dion.
Yeah, man, send his ass far the fuck away from these goddamn ratchet son people, man.
Yeah, he ain't. We not in Memphis, so that's a start. Thank God.
Yeah, you
Cause
don't
those
want.
children were so bad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you don't want to be. You don't want to be nowhere near all that bullshit that's going on at these schools. Damn, I can't find it, man. Let me see. Let me try one more thing. Jesus Christ. I just saw the goddamn post. I don't know why I ain't save it, man. Um anyway, it's a big scandal going on at Coppin State, the HBCU Coppin State. It's a huge scandal going on up there, man. They they I think this might take the cake, man.
That's stealing money.
Nah, it's
What they say at the top? I can't read it. Coppin. What they say?
Coppin State. It's a HBCU Coppin State. Um, they got a fucking.
Tennessee State University is under investigation too.
Oh really?
Yeah, due to misappropriation of funds.
Oh
I
wow!
got robbed at Morris Brown.
You got robbed?
I got robbed at Lamar Owen.
Really?
Yep.
Facts.
Wow.
Then
Let me
they'll
see.
force you to take a class for no, like you don't even need this class, but they'll make every person that go there. It's like a some type of religious class, like a church class, but you
Oh
but you
wow!
gotta take it.
And they charge you for that class?
Yeah, they charge anybody that went there for their class. I don't know what they doing in 2023, but it was doing definitely doing back in 2009 and 10.
Wow. Okay, I think I found it. Um, Jesus Christ, this shit is crazy. This the only story. Like, I mean, you couldn't find this anywhere else but a fucking HBCU. So, former Coppin State basketball player files sex assault blackmail suit against school, and he's only a former player because they cut his ass over this shit. They trying to make it seem like he's not with the program anymore, but the complaint accuses the former male coach of blackmailing the victim into recording a sexual encounter with him. A former Compton State University basketball player is taking legal action against the school, claiming that an assistant coach sexually assaulted and blackmailed him. As the Baltimore Brew reports, Ibn Williams thought he was speaking to a woman through social media when he sent her explicit texts and nudes of himself in the fall of his freshman year. What he didn't know was that he was allegedly communicating with Lucianne Brownlee, a former Coppin State guard who also served as director of player development and director of basketball operations. The complaint accuses Brownlee, who's the coach, of manipulating Williams into sending nudes and racy texts. Additionally, Brownlee allegedly blackmailed Williams into recording a sexual encounter with him. Williams reportedly was enticed into sending images of himself to this person of a sexual nature that he believed were private and in the context of a developing romantic relationship, the lawsuit says. The complaint details how the blackmailer ordered the two men to have sex, which Williams initially refused. But once the fall semester began, Williams complied when the blackmailer demanded that he record and send a video of the plaintiff and Lucianne Brownlee engaging in oral sex. Coppin's head coach Juan Dixon is also named in the complaint for allegedly failing to support Williams by taking appropriate action upon learning of Brownlee's actions. Williams was also required to attend basketball practice as news of the incident rocked the university. Them HBC, they ain't got no pity on the motherfucker. This is what that Nigerian lady was talking about.
That's how they end up coming back shooting up.
Yeah.
And the DC connection, Juan Dixon.
Yep. Juan did. He Baltimore though. He Baltimore for real. I mean, he did go to Maryland, University of Maryland, but he's still.
Oh, my bad. I thought he was from DC.
No, he played for the Wizards and he went to Maryland. Maryland is basically College Park is basically in DC, but still, like he from Baltimore. CSU was named in the complaint after officials retaliated against Ibn Williams, by reportedly withholding his financial aid and housing, allegedly blaming the athlete for the negative media coverage in connection with the incident. The way he was treated was abhorrent, his attorney said. Brownlee was a senior at CSU when Williams learned from him in the spring of 2019 that Brownlee also exchanged sexual content with the plaintiff's tormentor. Lawsuit states, when Williams refused to send more sexually explicit material, Brownlee leaked the content. So the coach told the guy, if you don't fucking have sex with me, I'm going to leak all the pictures you sent me when you thought you was talking to a girl on social media. When the harassing text continued through 2018-2019 season, Williams feared losing his scholarship and his place in the basketball program, his tuition and room and board payments, according to the lawsuit. So he continued to respond to the person messaging him in a futile attempt to appease his tormentor. The back and forth between Williams and the blackmailer allegedly continued through March 2020. That he was doing this shit in the middle of a pandemic, until it apparently became clear by way of information and belief that Brownlee, who now is a coach, is the blackmailer, the complainant says. CSU has an anti-sexual harassment policy, but took no action to remedy the situation with Williams, according to the lawsuit. Wow. Our strong belief is that Coach Lucien Brownlee was the catfisher. The lawyer says he believes the school should not have hired Brownlee because of his past issues with mental illness, about which the university supposedly was aware. The coach should have known better than to put a person in that position of seniority. So Brownlee's no longer with the university. But yeah, this is some sick, twisted HBCU shit right here, man. Fucking.
That's sad.
Put that boy out there. That boy is out here as like he had sex with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh yeah, he'll be a cocksucker until the day he dies.
Oh shit. You don't have no sympathy on that boy. That boy was in a pickle. No pun intended.
Was he a freshman?
Yeah, this happened his freshman year. Would it matter if he was?
Sad.
Would it matter? What if he was a senior? Would it matter?
It's sad.
It wouldn't matter, I guess, just in the sense of all that transpired. But at the same time, he was like a little kid coming into a situation he was being taken advantage of. That's messed up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, I'm sorry, but 18 years old.
I don't think he's a little kid. He's been online. He's probably seen a lot of content.
But once you get, haven't you seen the videos when I've been showing you where the kid gets black sex, what's they call it, sex mailed or whatever, blackmail with sex? And remember the white kid killed himself?
Oh yeah, he killed himself.
There was a black.
He's kind of a nerdy farmer though. I feel like the basketball playing kid would be kind of popular and have experience.
And I mean, honestly, who doesn't know not to take naked pictures of themselves and put them on the internet?
Not
Exactly.
a fucking.
No, he sent it to that man phone.
He thought it was a girl though.
Yeah, he thought he was talking to a girl.
Shit.
Girls don't
Man,
really like that kind of thing. They don't really like those pictures. They're not asking like several times for more.
No, but
girls
once they
get dick pics by the mile.
No, but
yeah, but if someone's asking you for a picture of that, it's probably gonna be a guy.
Yeah, it's just a picture of the privacy. And the face not shown.
It
I
wasn't
wouldn't
that.
care.
I don't think it was just a picture of the privates.
was a butt because these dudes nowadays like getting their groceries eaten. So
Oh my goodness.
No, they look at that stuff. This generation, this generation. Listen, this generation. Listen. I had to stop watching porn, man, because it's like the girl was like everyone is the girls is just trying is eating the dude's growth. I'm like, nah, I can't watch this shit.
They get that from Kevin Gates.
Ugh.
No, that was that. What was that? Prison documentary about tossing salad.
Yeah.
But no, they literally do that. Like this generation, you can say that in front of people. Like in my generation, if you did that, which I didn't know anybody who did it, but I knew it was people out there that did that stuff. You had to keep that to yourself. Now you could be like, man, Shorty she ate my groceries last night, man. That shit was feeling good as shit. And it's like, what? And they talk like that.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever associated with anybody who openly admit that they got their groceries eaten. Ugh.
They do that. So I think that a lot of these pictures that we like when you think you're talking to a girl, the girl might say something like, "Yeah, send me a picture of you of your butt," and then the dude. Then he send it thinking it's a girl, and it's a dude. Aha, I gotcha. I'm gonna put these all over line, and if you don't send me, you know what I'm saying? And it's like these are different.
But he be living
so a general
it
rule
wouldn't matter though.
So a general rule: keep things out of your butt.
Say women's.
Hold on,
no, general rule: don't take those kind of pictures and think that no one else is gonna see them.
Tell me how much sounded.
Say women to support the eat booty game. You saying women is eating the booty?
Yeah, women eat the booty too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know whether to make noise for that or not.
Yeah, I get 8 out.
Yeah, wait, what?
I get 8 out. Listen, man, check this out.
All right, Trick, you don't have your legs in the air though.
It depends. We don't need to think about them and will forever be the president.
I hope he's trolling.
I don't think he's trolling.
Oh, sadly not.
President and CEO and founder of the EBG. That's the Eat It Booty Gang. I have no shame in my heart about this.
You should.
And not only I am the founder, I'm also a member. In EBG, our motto is, baby, lay down. We got you. I hope you got me too. No PP, no doodle.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I wonder how many times that man's gotten conjunctivitis. Because this is where you get pink eye from, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
No, this is where you get like cancer and bacterial infections.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, we need don't ask, don't tell.
That's how you get cholera.
That's called the devil's mouth anyway. That's nasty.
The devil's mouth? What the fuck? I never heard that one.
Yep, because that's what the waste come out of.
Oh my God.
And life isn't created in it. So they call it the devil's mouth.
It's just be private. It's just a private.
Somebody in the chat said that's how you get monkeypox.
Yeah,
it is actually.
That's true.
That's what happened.
These people are disgusting. I mean, they really talk about that. Like, it's nothing. Like, and so I'm thinking like a lot of times when we be like, man, how could that girl? I mean, why is he tripping? He just sent the girl a dick pic. That ain't no big deal. It's more than that.
Oh yeah, I think it's a lot more than dick pics.
Yeah, because a dick pic. If I sent a girl a dick pic and it was a guy and he was like, "Aha, catfished you. Now I'm gonna put this over the internet." I'd be like, "All right, fine."
Oh, did you see about Joe Budden when he was talking about Lil Fizz supposed to, busting wide open on camera, and he was like, he too small from him. He'll hurt him. He was talking about sleeping with him.
What?
Joe Budden is out there.
Joe Budden was talking about sleeping with Lil Fizz. Yes, it's on the interview. It's on YouTube.
No, hold on. I don't want to see this. You tell me. Little Fizz got a tape of getting bust. What?
Oh, yeah, it's he's supposed to video him or a picture of him bending over, showing his, what. And Joe Budden in an interview on his show was talking about he's too small for him. He'll hurt him.
Oh man, I've heard enough. I was just like, wait a second. I heard these names that I know.
Somebody said he was joking. I don't think so.
I'm all right.
Like, what possess a man to just come out and say something like that on air to be on record? Oh my goodness!
All right. Give me a
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip. He didn't slip anything. He just threw it out there.
Yeah, make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel. You only get this here on Ock Nation. Fucking got these fucking sick bastards, man. Yeah, yikes. Should I go to Rumble, man? Tell me this. Let me. And we watch some real videos, man. Let me put up a survey.
You might want to clarify after the conversation what kind of videos we're going to be watching.
Oh yeah. No, not that type of stuff. Just like real,
crime videos,
head bustle videos. Yeah, getting your head bust.
No EBG videos, folks.
Yeah,
no. We're not joining that gang.
Eat a booty gang.
Yeah, I'm not part of the EBG, man. Nah, man. Oh man, fuck no. That's crazy. EBG will eat your EBTs.
If you was Trick Daddy's kids, could you ever let him kiss your kids?
Oh
We're like,
God.
away from granddaddy. He nasty to the motherfucker.
If I knew a girl that was,
touch my child.
If I saw a girl that was linked to to Trick Daddy, I would vomit if she just even came near me, man.
Well, Trina dated him, so.
But I think this is before the eat booty game. I don't think Trina ate his booty, man.
I think she did.
Oh my God!
If I had to have ops, that game would be it.
Yikes! Damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. I hate those people. Those people are demons, man. Talking about eating booty and shit, man. That shit is unbecoming. It's just, you're a grown man, Trick Daddy. You're on there talking about I get my booty ate, and you're like, I don't care what nobody say about it. That shit is disgusting, man. That shit, if I was the king of this fucking country, man, I would round those motherfuckers up, and I would create some kind of camp like they got for the Uyghurs in China. I would try to reprogram them niggas.
You try to reprogram to eat the booty game.
Nah, because you run into a girl. Think about it. You got these motherfuckers out in the population, right? Out in the fucking world, and you dating in the same city they dating in, and you dating you tongue kissing some girl that been fucking eating Trick Daddy's groceries the week before. What the fuck?
And he's 48 years old.
That's it? Just 40.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
79, man.
Oh, he's in his 50s.
Yeah, he looks terrible. I think he's sick. I think he got lupus.
Yeah, lupus.
Yeah, but damn, you eating
Nick
a
Cannon
nipple.
got lupus. He don't look like that.
Nick Cannon's sick too.
Nick
Nick
Cannon
Cannon
might have more
nasty.
than lupus.
He got the package.
These people are sick, man.
Eat Johnny Appleseed.
Talking about some goddamn. Listen, man. Every generation changes. It gets different and different by the generation. Because I remember when I was young, when a girl give you head, she just peck all over your shit, maybe give you a little couple deep throat stroke. Now these dudes, the whole time the girl got deep throat, they getting like the best head ever in the world this generation. They getting the best head. I ain't gonna lie, man. We used to get that the head we used to get is like the weed. It's like the
It was horrible.
It's like the weed. The difference between the weed we used to smoke and the weed they smoke is the same difference.
But the weed y'all smoked back then, it was organic. It was
shit was trash.
It wasn't altered. It was just enough that nature could provide. It was the right amount. It was not altered. It wasn't sprayed with anything. Nowadays, whether these guys are smoking now, I don't know. I don't know what they put in their weed.
Yeah, this shit they got nowadays will have you fucking tripping. When I smoked that shit, I used to smoke to a couple years ago. And the weed they got, this generation's weed is much better, man. It is fucking light years. It's like probably like maybe I would say 15 to 20 times stronger than the shit we smoke.
Oh shit, more than that, man.
Yeah.
Got him itch. Got smokers itching.
It's like you took some mushrooms.
Yeah, this shit's strong. It had you fucking wigged out. And I mean, we used to get high off the other shit because our tolerance wasn't raised. Because we was, you know what I'm saying? We was smoking that shit and that's all we knew. But yeah, this shit they smoke. Woo, Lord.
It's that pressure.
Yeah, man.
Smoking on that pressure.
Yeah, these dudes, they got it good, man.
Yeah, and they got all that shit concentrate now.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a hit off a vape is like a whole freaking joint.
Yeah, and they're out here fucking driving and walking around with guns. This shit is dangerous, man. Because I get paranoid when I smoke weed. I get paranoid, and I get a little bit like I ain't gonna say mean, but I get a little like kind of like straight ahead, like
Freaky.
focus.
Irritated.
Be half sleep.
You get freaky. What you talking about?
That's what that story we covered in Colorado, where the cops beat up the guy. I knew weed was involved as soon as I heard he was doing 15 in a 45.
Oh yeah, good weed too.
That's some good weed.
Yeah, definitely, man. You doing 15 and 45, man. You definitely smoking something good. Give me a city, guys. And make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, man. Support the channel. Give me a city. We already did Memphis, so Memphis has already been done, man.
You did Chicago or Florida, somewhere in Florida, maybe?
We sure
I've been Jacksonville in a while.
Oh,
I was gonna say Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Yeah, that's the spot, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That city is the gift that keeps on giving, man. Come on, Jacksonville. Come on. Let's see.
Police are looking for a man who stole a puppy from a Jacksonville pet store. This was all caught on camera. Here's the surveillance video from the Puppies Galore and More store from December 16th. That man walks in, looks around, then takes off with a multi-poo. News for Jax reporter Renee Beninati joining us.
That was so dangerous.
Christmas gift.
That was so dangerous.
Why you said that?
She ran after that man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Store from December 16th.
That, like
that man walks and looks around, then takes off with a multi-poo. News for Jax reporter Renee Beninati joining us now live outside the store off Landing Boulevard. Renee, the dogs there are not exactly cheap.
Not at all. The owner says that multi-poo is being sold here for close to $3,000. But she says this is more than money. She wants to make sure that puppy finds a safe home. If you're a dog lover, Puppies Galore and More is a little slice of heaven. Marcia Kello has owned the shop for 21 years.
If you want to see like how little these guys are, but those guys are like teeny tiny.
She says on December 16th, someone stole this black multi-poo from her store.
Well, it was around 5 o'clock, and I got a phone call from my store manager, Carrie, and she said, we have a puppy stolen.
It was all captured on surveillance video. You can see the man wearing a hat walk in, look around at different pens, and as soon as employees step away, this happens. In the video, you can see the man snatch a small dog like this out of this pen and then took off running with the pooch out the front door. A different view from another camera shows employees chasing after the man, but he got away. This all unfolded in less than 5 minutes. What personally does that feel like, having somebody come in and steal from your business?
When you take care of these puppies for 21 years, it's not like getting a t-shirt stolen. It's actually like having your child stolen from you.
Kello says the multi-poo only weighed about 2 pounds and requires special care. What message would you have to the person responsible?
Well, I think the best thing for that puppy, if you really have a heart, is to bring the puppy back so it can get the care it needs.
Hoping this footage will lead police to the man in question and the stolen puppy.
He was fast, man. That was a fast blind.
He took a break from playing Madden so it can get the care it needs.
Hoping this footage will lead police to the man in question and the stolen puppy.
That motherfucker was a blur, man. God damn. That glider? Oh, no, man.
Tonight, the owner of this dog store is offering a
you think that was a glider?
They're going to wind up having to lock them things up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
$1 reward for the return of that multi-poo. You can also call the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office with any information. Reporting live.
That's a strange looking woman.
A $200 reward for a $3,000 puppy.
Yeah, she ain't getting that shit back. Whoever finds that shit's gonna sell it.
That somebody's baby got that for Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't like dogs, but I like puppies. I wish he could steal me one.
How come you don't like dogs, Brown Sugar? They're so cute.
They're cute as puppies. I don't like when they eat big.
Tonight at 6, as the year winds down, the number of homicides in Jacksonville is up significantly compared to last year. Our records show there's been a nearly 27% increase.
One mother of a homicide victim says that increase is startling to her. News for Jax reporter Khalil Maycock joining us now. Khalil, that mom says because of the homicides and the crimes over the years, she's left the area.
Yeah, that woman I spoke to says she lived in Jacksonville all of her life, but she just left a month ago.
That voice and that name?
That was to remain safe and not.
What is that?
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Sugary.
Yeah.
That dude sugary.
That boy had no chance.
I wasn't expecting that voice.
Me either.
How you doing?
That's exactly how he sound.
What's his name? Khalil?
Khalil Maycock.
Yeah, he may suck a cock, he may not.
He definitely cocked. He definitely cocked, not me.
Oh, man.
Maycock joining us now. Khalil, that mom says because of the homicides and the crimes over the years, she's left the area.
Yeah, that woman I spoke to says she lived in Jacksonville all of her life, but she just left a month ago. And she says that was to remain safe and not have to constantly worry about death and crime.
It's really overwhelming.
That's how Crystal Anledge feels when hearing the number of homicides in Jacksonville is up nearly 27% this year from last year. This scene on the west side is where a man was killed on Christmas Day, and this one where a 13-year-old died coming home from football tryouts are some of the latest homicides in Jacksonville. Crystal says hearing of the increase in homicides is sad because it reminds her of the murder.
Goddamn, he ain't even a sun glider. He like a gun glider. This is his dad. He got a biracial dad and a fucking white mom, or they both biracial?
I think he came along after the fact.
Oh, his dad. Yeah, that's not his dad. Yeah, this ain't his dad. This is his. He thinks he's his dad, but it's like
that might be his stepdaddy.
Yeah.
I thought he was adopted.
Yeah, or he the mailman's kid.
Sad because it reminds her of the murder of her son, Jaquez Anledge.
Someone entered my son's apartment and shot and killed him.
Crystal says it's been 801 days since Jaquez was killed, and there's been no arrest for his murder. If you look at this graphic based on News4Jax's records, you can see the number of homicides and murders from 2018 to now. From 2020 to 2021, there was a decrease in homicides, but that didn't last for long. Crystal says these homicides completely change everyone's lives.
I watch mothers who don't leave their homes. I watch mothers who completely isolate, who they just lose their will to live.
We constantly have to go out and keep boots on the ground.
AJ Jordan, the outreach coordinator with Mad Dad's Jacksonville chapter, says hearing of this increase means his organization has more work to do, but so do others in the community to get the homicide rate down and make the community safer.
We need more people out there. We need our city officials to come out more, the sheriff, the mayor, city council, and we just all need to be out there together on a consistent, continual basis so the community will know that we care.
And AJ says he has been in talks with those city officials to go with his organization throughout those neighborhoods just to let their presence be known. And he says hopefully bring home the point that this level of homicides in Jacksonville is one the city doesn't need to see. Live in Jacksonville, Cleo Maycock, Channel 4, the local station.
He a good reporter though.
Yeah, he good, man. Hopefully he get a good job like in a bigger city like San Francisco or Atlanta.
Somebody in the chat said he went to Kaplan State.
Oh, oh shit. Yeah, man.
He was the ball boy at Kappa State.
Oh my God, man. Let's see. What else is going on in Jackson? Okay.
Family members of an Orange Park High School student are speaking out tonight about his arrest. 18-year-old Gerald Walker remains locked up in the Clay County Jail after being charged with sexual battery for the second time in 2 months. Earlier today, several of Walker's relatives spoke with News4Jax reporter Eric Avenay to explain why they believe incarceration is not the solution in Walker's case. Eric?
Walker has a documented history of being a suspect in criminal sexual misconduct cases that date back to when he was only 13 years old. His family says that his mental health is at the root of the problem, which is why they believe he...
Why you say it like that? The root. Hate people. I hate you, dude.
And if he's mentally ill and he just keeps raping people or graping people, lock him up.
Yeah, because a mental health facility, he's going to be even more dangerous.
Yeah.
He
there's
probably
no help.
molested all their daughters.
And they're still protecting him.
All their cousins.
Grandma.
These people are sick.
Case. Eric?
Put him out of his misery.
Walker has a documented history of being a suspect in criminal sexual misconduct cases that date back to when he was only 13 years old. His family says that his mental health is at the root of the problem, which is why they believe he needs professional help and not incarceration. Multiple relatives of 18-year-old Jarrell Walker say at a young age, he was diagnosed with autism and ADHD conditions. They say they worked hard to get him professional help for, but it was around age 13 when they say his mental health led to criminal sexual behavior that he could not control.
When the sexual encounters start happening, that's when he started getting in trouble in school.
At age 13, Walker was a suspect in a sexual assault case in a Kansas middle school. In September of last year, Palm Bay police arrested Walker on charges of lewd and lascivious battery involving a 14-year-old girl. And within the last 2 months, he was twice charged with sexual battery by Clay County detectives. The alleged victims in the Clay County cases were teenage girls, one of whom was described as a schoolmate. Relatives say long before Walker moved to Florida, they desperately tried to get him help.
I also spoke with public defenders, attorneys there. I also sent emails several different times trying to get him help just to avoid situations like this happening.
Walker eventually began to get professional help, but relatives say there was a breakdown due to money to pay for that help and issues with insurance coverage. And they say there were other issues hindering his rehabilitation.
He had to go see several different doctors throughout his court system, and they weren't able to do anything. So they kept just procrastinating and
she went on her job.
Relatives say that because Walker is so young, he needs quality mental health care instead of being incarcerated like a hardened criminal.
He's never really been in that situation.
He is a hardened criminal.
He is a hardened criminal. Yeah.
He's so racist.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hard crime.
He's a serial
But I don't
criminal.
think I don't think she actually was on his case. Autism and ADHD, that means
Has nothing to do with sexual battery.
What I'm saying,
exactly.
He went all the way till he was 13 just to get finally diagnosed with autism and ADHD. That means that means she wasn't paying him any attention.
I mean, 13 is pretty standard, though. That's pretty standard to 13.
No, you can get diagnosed at 2 and 3.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, autism.
For autism.
9,
No, I'm talking about ADD. I know 2 is the year with autism, but ADD. If you got autism, it don't even matter if you got ADD. Like, I hate to say it, man.
No, it doesn't matter. He's got either one of these. That has nothing to do with
I
sexual
went ahead
battery.
and tried to get him birth control. When I worked in a mental health facility, we had a guy. He was something like this. He couldn't control his sexual urges. Before he went in, a doctor put him on what's it called? Depo shot. Depo shots. Yeah.
Did somebody kill him and throw him in the lake, or not?
No, he was a client at the mental health. No,
Make sure.
He should have.
He couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't. Like, he was slow. He couldn't help it.
Oh, okay. He ain't try you though, did he?
No, I was scared of him though.
Okay.
Anything about that, and I just feel like he should get help instead of being in jail. Basically, he believes he's going to learn more things in jail that he doesn't even know right now. But he needs mental help.
Now, those relatives I spoke with also say that several doctors who evaluated Walker in the past say that he was not competent to ever answer police questions or to even fully understand the legal situation that he is in right now, which again is why they say they don't feel that he needs to be incarcerated, but they feel that he just needs the best professional help that he can get to turn his life around. Reporting live, Eric Avignon, Channel 4, the local station.
Honestly, by the sounds of it, this is the best path to that.
The problem
Because
is that
if he gets deemed incompetent, if he gets deemed incompetent, he'll go to an institution.
Yeah, that's what he needs.
Yeah, they got prison for mentally challenged inmates. They could see him there where he get his medication. He'll get therapy. He's in a controlled environment. I mean, he needs to go somewhere.
Yeah, this is the best path forward for him since they
If
can't
they
do it
wait until
themselves.
he's older, he's going to be in more trouble.
Or
Oh,
or
it's too
possibly
late
get
now.
killed.
Honestly, it's too late now. He's
No, I
18
mean,
doing
if
this.
he go, yeah, I mean, you don't want him in a normal prison. I can understand that, but
They're not going
it's
to put
not
him.
going to get better. They
They're not
can't
going to
fix
put him
it.
in a normal prison. They're going to put him in a setting with other
Yeah.
individuals
Yeah, right now
alike.
he's just in county jail right now,
Yeah,
being held until his trial.
that's really hard to accept as a parent.
What's hard to accept?
Keep put
Your
a dog
mentally
collar on your
challenged,
kid.
your mentally challenged child raping everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I mean, it is rough, man. Yeah, I could imagine that
I
for
would
them.
you would think as a parent though, him being in jail would actually be a relief
Oh yeah, definitely, without a
I would
doubt.
think so, but
Without a
because you
doubt.
don't have to worry every time he walks out that door.
Yeah, you don't have to worry when he's in there because I'm telling you, if he's sexually uncontrollable, mom's is getting some advances, man.
And if you got a lot of black female COs, he gonna definitely get babied anyway.
That's what they do. The black,
Yeah,
oh, they mammies.
yeah, they mammies. I'm not a mammy in prison. I don't got time. You whipping your thing out on me and threatening me. I'm writing you up. I'm getting my captain. I'm hitting the cold button. I don't care. Once they see you do that, like once they see that you're a snitch or you'll write them up and you're not gonna take any mess from them, they'll calm down.
Yeah, but if they don't, they won't never come down, right?
Oh no.
Let's see what's going on in the loo, man. The loo. What the fuck is this?
It's time to see what your neighbors are doing to help us all. Sometimes we need to see ourselves in spaces we thought were meant for others only. But here is what you are doing about it.
I hate natural
Nothing to
hair.
stress about. It's second nature, y'all. I truly love music. My longest run.
You can see Davey Napalm and Loop Rap perform and St. Louis veteran DJ G Wiz spin at Thursday nights at the museum. The Missouri History Museum notes there may be some explicit lyrics at this performance. The 80s and 90s hip hop night will
Did
be
you
tomorrow.
hear the way she framed this? To see you. This is some woke shit she talking about. Listen.
Your neighbors are doing to help us all. Sometimes we need to see ourselves in spaces we thought were meant for others only. But here.
You hear that? We
Yeah.
need to see ourselves in places. So they basically saying like this place right here where this guy's performing is like only white people could go there. Black people couldn't go here until like 2022, December 2000.
I don't trust any. I can't hang out with a girl with hair like this, cause I know she woke.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. My wife's hair is short.
Nothing
like
to
that.
stress about. It's second nature.
My mom can't short like that too. I like, but they still. My mom won't. I mean, most. I think what it is that most women who wear their hair like that are black, and 99% of the black women you meet in public are woke.
I truly love music. My longest run.
Man, that's
Women of a certain age.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's certain age with their hair like
Women.
that. I totally get it, cause they get hot flashes. But I'm talking about like when like she's not that old to me, so her hair, her wear her hair like that, it just make me, I don't know. She look woke.
You can see Davey Napalm and Loop Rap perform and St. Louis veteran DJ G Wiz spin at Thursday nights at the museum. The Missouri History Museum notes there may be some explicit lyrics at this performance. The 80s and 90s hip hop night will be tomorrow night from 5:30 until 8 at the museum on Lindell and DeBoliver in Forest Park. The Doomsday 5K is waiting for you, and you don't have to run it. Organizers need volunteers at Cliff Cave County Park. The Doomsday 5K is New Year's Day. It steps off at 9 in the morning. The park is at 806 Cliff Cave Road in Oakville. And Afro World will celebrate Day 3 of Kwanzaa. They will honor the principle of Ujima, collective worker responsibility. The shop will have a Kwanzaa celebration for the whole family. That will be Wednesday afternoon, December 28th from 3 until 5. Afro World is at 7276 Natural Bridge in Normandy. We'll have a link to more information for all of these.
They're gonna go fuck that place up. that those people would never come out there. They're gonna be happy we never had those fuckers out there.
You said your wife hair like her. You married to a black woman?
Cool.
Yep.
I thought your wife was white.
Nope.
Why y'all be
I thought
putting
you were Irish.
Y'all gonna stop fucking profiling my man?
No, cause he was like he like food, Irish food. He like Ireland. I thought he was married to an Irish woman.
Profiling him because he don't have a son man voice, man.
Well, funny enough, my wife's last name is Irish. She has Irish last name.
McMillan?
No, Purvis. Her dad's much dark. But yeah, I'm married to a Sun woman. Her hair is short like that. I like it. I like her hair short like that. I mean, I like her hair natural. I put it like that.
No, she tell her stop. She think because you talk proper that only a white woman would want to deal with you. You found a diamond in the rough, man.
White women date anybody.
I don't
seen
blame
a white woman. She married to a man in a wheelchair. He can't move or do nothing. She married that man.
I don't blame brown sugar. I mean, shoot, you thought I was a glider at first.
Yeah, I did.
It come with the territory. It's okay.
Until you started going, till you started showing your face and shit. Yeah, but hey, man. Nobody's perfect, man. Let's see, man. Let me see if I can find another St. Louis channel, man. These fucking Sun people have been reigning terror, and I got a fucking.
There was three shootings between Christmas Eve and today here in Wichita.
Oh shit! Yeah, Wichita. Yikes! Wichita, man. We might have to do Wichita, man.
Hey, real quick, Brown Sugar, get this. My wife told me her family thought she was gonna marry a white guy. My family thought.
Sure, my family thought I was gonna marry a white man. My mama told me that.
Really?
Yeah.
My family thought I was gonna marry a white woman.
Yep, my family did too. My mama was like, I just knew you were gonna end up with a white man.
Damn.
I said, I don't do white boys, Mom. I'm sorry.
Still out here bad with you, man.
St. Louis all
Brown Sugar, let me find out you was
She's swirling.
I don't do that. I'm sorry. I want to mess up my bloodline. Try to keep my bloodline pure.
She wants male babies over 6 feet. That's what it is.
Yeah, I need somebody to go to Colorado.
Right, exactly. You trying to, yeah, that's right, Brown Sugar, man. Tell your mother, man, you was just showing bad winds tendencies, man. You ain't no fool.
A St. Louis alderman now speaking out following an expletive-laced video that he posted on social media. Alderman Brandon Bosley says a woman tried to rob his car when he went on the defense, even using a racial slur during a tense exchange. Police have now charged that woman, and new tonight, Robert Townsend is just back from sitting down with the alderman. Robert.
Brent, my interview with alderman.
This is a councilman. This nigga look like
That's a councilman? Oh my God.
Looking like Barry White.
This the Lou. My man look like goddamn. He look like any fucking rapper or reggae star from the 90s, man.
Down with the alderman. Robert.
Brent, my interview with Alderman Brandon Bosley lasted for more than an hour. Now, Bosley didn't hold back about his encounter with the suspected robber, his actions, and his social media video.
What were you doing? What?
So I drive my ward periodically.
St. Louis's 3rd Ward Alderman Brandon Bosley isn't mincing words about this controversial video.
I wasn't angry. I was scared.
Bosley says shortly before 10 Thursday night, he drove around his ward when out of the blue.
I was approached by a woman who initially said to me, what are you doing in, my people's house? And I said, well, I wasn't in any of your people's houses.
He says the woman then threatened him and demanded his car.
And she was like, give me your car right now. I said, I'm not giving you my car. So she went in her jacket
Bosley says he identified himself.
I'm Brandon Bosley. He said, "No, you not. Give me your keys or I'm finna shoot you."
The alderman says he then heard gunshots coming from a white sedan.
When they started letting off shots and she turned her head, I looked at that as an opportunity for me to make my getaway, and I ran. When I looked back, she was running towards that white sedan.
Bosley tells us he called police and drove to a nearby gas station. That's when he started recording because he feared she was trying to rob other drivers. The armed alderman also says the woman fell on a snow-covered street after she tried to approach another driver.
See what I'm saying? Y'all here trying to rob mother and somebody didn't hit you. Full disclosure, my gun was close to me the entire time. I could have killed her at the time
so
where
funny.
she initially
Motherfucker was running the whole stroll, man.
On the
She out there making a snow angel.
Some people ain't got no chill. No matter what position we have. See what you get.
Yeah, man. It's send us back, man. This is our best and our brightest, man. There's no hope, man. Send all of them back with me.
I could have killed her at the time where she initially approached me.
The 6-year alderman admits he shouted expletives.
Do you have a gun? Because I got one on me too. I swear to God, if you pull it, I'm
But this right here is stupid because now he's coming back and confronting her. Had he just kept driving, he would have been a billion times safer.
If he would have stayed at the store, this had been over.
But he was mad.
He looked scary himself.
I'm scared of him.
He's like Facebook Live.
Yeah, this wasn't smart.
I think this was a business arrangement gone bad, personally.
You think it's Jesse?
How many black men you know just go out driving in the snow?
Me.
A lot.
Mossy.
Me.
Not me. I ain't black ice and shit. Like, I'll drive in the snow if I have to, but just to go for a joyride, no.
Nah. My husband go for some cigarettes, but that's not
but
it.
he busting U-turns coming back around the block 15 times.
And he might not even do that. He gonna get somebody to get one of y'all gliders to take him up to the store.
I do it. I like driving in the snow.
Salute to Raimu Entertainment. He says, I'd like to donate to the Sunman Reformation Fund. Is it possible? Can we at least invent an easy button we can put to work when we get out of pocket? Nah, man, ain't no easy button for the Sunman. Sunman easy button to be racist.
Do you have a gun? Because I got one on me too. I swear to God, if you pull it, I'm gonna blow your head off. I guarantee you, every single person that has one negative thing to say, you haven't seen them say one thing about that individual carrying a knife and almost stabbing me in my damn heart.
Yeah, but you came back after it was over and she was laying on the ground and continued to like harass her. She's just a fucking she's just a bum ass street person that's out there in the fucking cold. Like, what are you doing as the alderman riding around the mean streets of your city, arguing with a woman and threatening to shoot her while she's laid out on the ground?
You know, some people gotta kick black people while they're already down.
Yeah, it's optics. It's the optics.
His adrenaline was going.
Yeah, he was just upset. He was angry. And then when he saw her down, this was a good opportunity for him to like let it all out.
No, it's a good.
Yeah, that's like him standing over her and just letting out his whole clip.
But this is clout chasing. This is the epitome of clout chasing.
I would never record it though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The optics. He recorded it.
And then if he recorded, how did he
posted it? And posted it.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was some men. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, this is bizarre. This is beyond bizarre behavior for a city councilman.
He crazy. He crazy to talk.
Yeah, but this will get him votes in his neighborhood.
Exactly. I don't know about this one. I think this have a lot more people looking at him sideways. The people that will vote for him,
older people.
Old people ain't gonna vote for him because of this. Old people are like, my God, they will clutch their pearls when they see this shit. This is
the way he's talking about how he's armed. He reckless because now someone's gonna test him.
Yeah,
especially if he doing this kind of stuff.
I could.
Yeah, and they're definitely gonna break in his car.
He's gonna be hosting the club next week.
But to a typical some person, they really don't see anything wrong that he did.
No, they don't see nothing wrong with it. But what I'm saying is, it's still it's unbecoming.
It's tacky, it's unprofessional.
Yeah, it's like he's better. He's better than this should be as the councilman. Like the initial incident, I'm not mad at him about that we didn't see, because now we just taking his word for the initial incident where she came up on him with a knife and tried to carjack him.
He was trying to get some head. And she tried to rob him in the car. That's what happened.
Yeah, he's running a holstro at 10 o'clock at night.
Something ain't right. Yeah, I'll give you that. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's not. He said I ride my ward from time to time
and
so,
get some head.
Yeah,
from the toothless
Hey, he's just helping. He's just helping the homeless ladies in the community.
Nah, he was bumping Project Pat. Still riding
$10 at a time.
To get my dick sucked. That was
yeah,
him.
Yeah, man. He's out here. He was out here.
Have killed her at the time where she initially approached me.
The 6-year alderman admits he shouted expletives.
Do you have a gun? Because I got one on me too. I swear to God, if you pull it, I'm going to blow your head off.
I guarantee you, every single person that has one negative thing to say, you haven't seen them say one thing about that individual carrying a knife and almost stabbing me in my damn heart.
In the video, you can also hear him yell the N-word at the woman.
Why you try to do that?
And the
he got out of the car. Think about this. He got from this point right here.
Oh my gosh.
He then gets out of the car and approaches her. What the fuck?
I told you.
And if he wasn't an alderman, she would have got a shot to the head.
And empty in that clip.
Yeah, that's what happened. He's still mad by she tried to give him some head, then she tried to stab him in his heart. How she get that close to stabbing your heart anyway?
Right.
I
And
think
now
that was
you
a
want her to
different
jump at you
incident.
so you could shoot her. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is behavior judgment. His judgment right here is so poor that it's like I just couldn't vote for him. I couldn't have him in charge of anything necessarily that I was, a part of, because his judgment. This is such poor judgment, man. Just horrible judgment, man. Like you just like this right here was bad judgment to come back up and pull up on her again. She's on the ground. She's not a threat. You keep going. You never see her again in life.
Admits he shouted expletives.
Do you have a gun? Because I got one on me too. I swear to God, if you pull it, I'm going to blow your head off.
I guarantee you, every single person that has one negative thing to say, you haven't seen them say one thing about that individual carrying a knife and almost stabbing me in my damn heart.
In the video, you can also hear him yell the N-word at the woman.
Why you try to do that?
And the word is a part of the culture that exists within the areas that I represent.
I would have.
I'm done.
Well, he is an alderman of St. Louis, so I guess it makes sense.
I mean, he's right, but still,
Yeah,
you're
he's honest.
above that. I get what he said, but he's above
justifying
that.
Right.
He's better. He's a leader. So what? Pookie and fucking Shamik and Peaches and them be calling each other the N-word all the time. You're above that.
Yeah, you got a degree, you got a city job, you're a leader, you're in leadership.
Right.
Why
These
you
people
doing?
pay your salary.
He's just this man right here is a fucking nut.
You're a thug, really.
He's a whole fucking nut.
Within the areas that I represent.
I would have tried to de-escalate the situations.
78.
Yeah, ain't that what you some people always complaining that the cops don't do?
Exactly.
It'll de-escalate. He came back, rode up on her again, got out the car.
Or they complain when like in Baltimore when the white man came back with the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
And so he came back too. He put his life in danger.
Yeah,
they were complaining about the white man coming back with the bat, and here he's doing the exact same thing.
People are sick. This behavior is a fireable offense. I mean, it just is, man. It's like you're a leader. This is fireable, man. We gotta get rid of you, man. You can't be in charge of anything. Now you can like fucking, I guess, like do valet parking or some shit or be a security guard. Now I wouldn't even put you as a security guard because your judgment is too bad, man. Maybe I'll let you like I don't know, shovel
Work
shit.
at Kroger's.
Yeah,
He
sweep
gotta go
hair
be a
at the
gorilla pimp.
barbershop. Yeah, this is just crazy, man. Like this is terrible judgment. And then you put it online yourself. But just, I mean, across the board, his judgment is so poor that it's like, it's laughable how poor his judgment is.
That I represent. I would have tried to de-escalate the situations.
78th State District Representative Rasheen Aldridge faces Bosley in a re-election bid.
So hold on, this is another councilman right here?
Oh my gosh.
They all look like...
This is the guy trying
That's
to
the
take his job.
competition.
That's like they
Yeah,
just
that's the
got
guy trying to take his
bailed.
job.
This looks like these motherfuckers literally just look like regular Sunmen off the block, man. This shit is crazy.
It looks like Michael
I
Jai
can
White.
imagine a debate. I want to see it.
Nah.
It looks like Michael Jai White.
No,
Yeah,
don't do that. Don't do that to him because he fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he just don't look like him to me. Period. Whether he found or not, he look like I don't know. He don't look like Michael Jai White. I just
And I
watched
don't
him.
know what he got on. He got on a green hoodie with a what kind of jacket that is? A businessman jacket. I don't know.
Like a jean jacket.
That fake Cuban zirconia in his ear.
Tweed jacket.
Yeah.
Try to de-escalate the situations.
78th State District Representative Rasheen Aldridge faces Bosley in a re-election bid next spring.
I think there was moments in that situation, instead of going back to the scene, could have stayed away.
I had an armed criminal in my face trying to take my life.
He sound like an inmate. I promise he do.
Yeah, but that was not. She wasn't in you. She was lying on the ground. You pulled up on her. Like the situation he's talking about, he was clear of that. I just don't understand.
And he never called the police to file a report.
Nope.
No, he's street.
And he drinks a lot too. Look at them eyes.
Yeah, he's just
He a bug out.
exactly.
Yeah, he drinks and he smokes. Look at that bottom lip, so black.
Exactly. He is a strange fellow, man.
Now, I also reached out to the Board of Aldermen president, but as of right now, I've not heard from Megan Green. Again, I'm reaching out also to other folks. Now, also knocked on the suspect's apparent home, but nobody was there. Prosecutors have charged the woman with attempted robbery and
He did.
criminal action. Please tell us they are still looking into this.
This is strange.
Yeah, I think he trying to get out in front of the Hostroll story.
Oh wow. Oh, we did this video. That's the one we did yesterday. The woman who shot up them.
St. Louis alderman.
Yeah, let's see.
That story was hilarious.
Yeah, so it was a strange puppy there, man. He's definitely gonna win the next election. The other dude don't have a chance. Let's see. Let's see. Oh wow. What's this?
Bruce, Mississippi isn't really close to anything. But to those who live here, it's everything.
It's the kind of town where everybody knows everybody.
And around here, kindness is a source of strength. 16-year-old Diamond Campbell may very well be one of the strongest people in Bruce. She's been powerlifting since the 6th grade.
I had older friends who did powerlifting, and they were like, it's a really cool experience. So I was like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna try it. And I loved it as soon as I started.
Powerlifting involves 3 exercises: squats, deadlifts, and bench press. In competition, you get 3 attempts for each exercise, and your highest total for each is added together for your final score.
She's just the powerhouse of our team right now. She loves to be the best, and you can tell that in her work ethic.
This past season, Diamond began with the end in mind. A trip to the state finals, where she would compete against the best of the best, like East Union High's Georgia Robertson.
It's one of those things that you can't do once a week, twice a week. You have to really be invested in it and do it every day.
For the first time ever, the entire Bruce team made the state finals. And after her first exercise of the championship, Diamond was feeling confident.
I remember sitting down, put my headphones back on because I thought I did, great.
Wow, that's amazing. A black female power lifter out here doing her thing, man. Salute to her. Man. Yeah, you run into her talking shit.
My what?
She whoop your head.
If she would have lost her children at the airport.
Yeah, man.
Be a lot of head busted.
I'm telling you, man. Woo. Thank God it wasn't her, man. Some strange some people, man. Give me another city, man. St. Louis kind of quiet right now.
Sure.
Oh yeah, let me check on Buffalo again, man. See what they doing up here in Buffalo, man. I still ain't tell me what the black people call Buffalo. Little nickname they gave it.
I remember they brought up Birmingham a while back. They used to call it, the only nickname I ever heard of it good was Bombingham. And that was during the 50s.
Bombingham, damn.
Yeah, that's racist.
Yeah.
I suppose.
It is, because they bombed them little black children.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, I suppose it's, I guess I'm not contesting that. That's what it was at the time.
Yeah, I heard about this story. This story was crazy.
One of the victims from the blizzard, now identified as 22-year-old Annadelle Taylor of Charlotte, South Carolina. Her family says she was driving home from work when she became stuck in the blinding snow. 7 News reporter Jordan Johnson has more on the youngest victim of the storm.
The blizzard that pummeled Western New York Christmas weekend also dealt a heart-wrenching blow to a close family.
We're trying to get her here because I want her here with me.
Wanda Brown Steele grieving her daughter, Annadelle Taylor, who was only 22 years old, the youngest victim so far of the deadly winter storm.
She went to Buffalo, New York to take care of her father, got a job up there, went back to school.
She got caught in that massive and deadly storm the day before Christmas. The details the family knows so far are hard to fathom.
On her way home from work, and my daughter was talking to her up to like a little past midnight.
It was a group text between Annadelle and her sisters back in Charlotte. She had just gotten stuck in blinding snow that was piling up fast.
I don't think none of us really knew how serious it was.
At 4:13 on Friday, Annadelle texted this video, her window seemingly completely covered by snow.
She was telling my sister that she was scared.
Then just after midnight at 12:09 a.m. on Christmas Eve, Annadelle texted another video, inching down her window. You can see conditions completely deteriorated.
Called 911 and she was waiting for them.
At this point, her sister Tamisha says she began to get angry. She says it seemed no one was coming to her sister's aid.
I feel like everybody that tried to get to her got stuck. Fire department, police. Why didn't they have chains on their tires? This is a state that's known for snow.
This family.
Yeah, that's
Why your sister is out in a blizzard?
Why did she have change her tires?
Blame her for her death.
Yeah.
He said why she had changed her tires. But
What that why putting all this stuff on city government?
Everything's big white government's fault, man.
Yeah,
Everything's
white people
always
are
big white government's fault.
superheroes. Man, white people are superheroes. Y'all are
And I'm pretty sure they tell her, don't go to work. And she like, girl, I gotta get this money, girl.
Get these hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel bad for this woman though, Marcy. I mean, I think you being a little too hard, man.
No,
I feel bad for the victim. I
Yeah.
don't feel bad for the fucking
Family.
crybabies in her family.
Yeah,
I mean, that's their family. I feel sorry. She just trying to look for a reason, something to blame, someone to blame.
I'm not trying to be harsh on her. What I'm saying is, why are they pinning the blame on local government for what they
White
didn't?
people are
It's a blizzard.
superheroes.
There's 5 adults there under the age of 50 that could have went to try to go after her.
No, these people are in Charlotte. These people are in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
It's their
Okay.
family. Yeah.
But this the worst storm Buffalo has ever had. So what is she talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe this is y'all are ugly. Man.
All
Y'all looking ugly.
all the chains in the world, Doc, though, ain't gonna show you roads that look like fields that are covered in snow.
Yeah, there's no way to get to. They tried, so they were trying to get to her. They just couldn't.
So how she died from hypothermia?
She died of.
You know, she probably didn't have no gas in her car.
Exactly, she ran out of gas, and thus the heat, and thus that's it.
But I don't get it. There's another car right next to her.
Yeah,
that's a truck. That's a 4-wheeler. That looked like a
Yeah,
it was.
But yeah, there's another vehicle next to her. I mean,
he probably dead too.
That looked like a van, at least a van. That's at least a van or SUV maybe, because look how high the tail lights are.
Like a Dodge van.
Yeah, so why didn't she go over there and?
Well, she couldn't look.
She couldn't. Probably couldn't even open her door. Y'all, this snow. Y'all, that wind was so strong, like it was shaking my house. Like
I mean, I'm in Massachusetts. I've been in storms like that, but
I'm from Memphis. I ain't never been in a storm like this a day in my life.
She ain't want to mess up her hair, man.
I mean, unless you're on the highway and there's not really anywhere to walk to, but I would.
You can literally see the bumper of the vehicle. You can see the bumper of the vehicle. It ain't that deep.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just her time to go.
Now that's cold.
Like I have a shovel in my car for that kind of thing. You know.
It's just
sometimes
her
you
time
just
to
need
go.
to shovel to get moving.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm saying this. I guess I was saying this cold because I mean, I'd hate to imagine what her thoughts were. You stuck in your car. In a blizzard.
I definitely wouldn't just sit there.
Well, I mean,
when you move, you warm up. If you just sit, you're gonna get colder.
But
so
if you
just
move,
gotten
you
out,
go out. What if she could have got out? Let's just say this, George. She gets out, right? And the snow's up to her waist. What is she?
But it's not. It's not even up to the bumper of the vehicle. You see
it doesn't take much to stop your car, but you can still walk. Like if you're in a populated area.
Well, I wonder how far did she get.
I don't understand.
But we don't know. We don't understand her health though at that moment.
True. I wonder how far did she get? To where she got. How far did she get from other buildings, other people, to where she got stuck in the storm? Because we got to that point where you can't see the road. Like, I'm pulling over, turn back around.
Yeah, I'd have slept at work. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I was stepping at work and stayed on the clock.
Called 911, and she was waiting for them.
At this point, her sister Tamisha says she began to get
there
angry.
were footprints
She
up
says
to
it
her
seemed
window.
no one.
What do you mean footprints up to her window?
Go back.
Friday, Andel texted this video. Her window seemingly completely covered by snow.
She was telling my sister that she was scared.
Then, just after midnight at 12:09 a.m. on Christmas Eve, Andel texted another video. Inching down her window, you can see conditions completely deteriorated.
That's not footsteps. Those aren't footsteps, Mel. That's snow. These aren't footsteps. That snow is a footstep would be a depression. This is raised.
Called 911, and she was waiting for them.
At this point, her sister Tamisha says she began to get angry. She says it seemed no one was coming to her sister's aid.
I feel like everybody that tried to get to her got stuck. Fire department, police. Why didn't they have chains on their tires? This is a state that's known for snow.
This family says Andel was resilient and didn't panic.
She told my daughter that she was gonna go to sleep, and when she get up, she was going to try to start walking.
That opportunity never came. After family in New York made 2 failed attempts to find Andel,
I told them that they needed to go back out there again. That's when they bust the window and seen that she was in there.
some have theorized she died from hypothermia. Her mom thinks it was carbon monoxide poisoning.
Big old lips. God damn.
She's dead.
No, I'm not
and-
talking about like that. I'm just saying they are big. Like, I'm not saying like I wanted anything from her, but they're just big. She got big lips. Like, they're huge.
She black.
Nah, I'm black. I got big lips. Them joints is
That's a filter, man. I'm sorry. That's some kind of filter.
There's an article that says that there were plows and other cars passing her and that she was sending videos. So she should have just gotten out of her car and like waved her arms up above her head a few times when she saw a passing vehicle. Because
the universal
no one
sign
can tell where her car is if it's covered in
and the
snow.
universal sign is to put some kind of piece of clothing in an open window, tie it to your antenna.
But just
That's
get
the
out
flag.
when you see the plow and like wave around, say help me.
Yeah.
I would have been screaming, help, help.
It's cold as shit out here, man. Come get me.
How does anybody know where her car is or that she's even in there?
You think she stayed out there just
And that's why you put the flag on your car if you're in there.
You think she just stayed out there to report the snow?
You say what?
You think she just stayed? You think she stayed out there on purpose to record the snow?
No.
Maybe she thought somebody was going to come and knock on her window, but
Yeah, she thought she was going to save. Like when I tell you they think white people are like Superman, like white man supposed to come up and like if you watch movies and shit, if you grow up in America and you see fucking all these movies, you think white people they'll come find you. You don't have to do shit. All you gotta do is dial 911 and tell the dispatcher your story and just sit back and wait. And white man will come get you.
I must have slept through those parts in the movies because I don't think that one bit.
Just think about it though. This girl, like, well, I'm just gonna take a nap, and she woke up in heaven, in front of God or whatever.
yeah, well, she didn't clear out her exhaust and she kept turning the car on.
It's my guess. My guess is carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah.
She's like no awareness.
Well, it's better than getting her
she was
brain
warm enough
blown
to
out by
fall
the
asleep-
snowman.
Yeah. If she was warm enough to fall asleep,
sad.
It was carbon monoxide.
It's very sad.
Yeah, it's extremely sad, man. This is terrible.
The snow was still coming, so it blocked the pipes.
The exhaust pipe.
Yeah, the exhaust pipe.
It's a tragic chain of events.
Oh, carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You got to keep your exhaust clear. You got to keep your exhaust clear.
Because like even if your car is running, the snow will pile up and it'll block it. The exhaust may not be hot enough to melt the snow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a sad story.
Yeah, but
Bless her heart.
She
didn't suffer now.
Yeah.
Then
she just made it
sandwiched
away.
between Christmas and Andel's upcoming 23rd birthday.
A lot of crying. That's it. Still got presents under the tree.
It's so easy to ask yourself, why, God? Why? But it's not always meant for us to know the answer to that.
Before she was found, the family thinks Andel was trapped from 3 o'clock Friday afternoon until early morning hours of Christmas Eve. Right now, the family is trying to
Dang.
figure out funeral arrangements and getting Andel's remains back to Charlotte. But it's a hefty expense for them. If you would like to help, we have a link on our website at WKBW.com. Jordan Johnson.
Y'all better bury her in New York and drive up there.
Damn, man. That's fucked up, man. Man, that is fucked up. That was a rough one, man. She ain't having. That's a rough one, man. Give me another city, man. Dame on otro see you there. Oh, here goes some more looting in Buffalo. Here we go.
We have some new information tonight from Buffalo Police. The department's anti-looting detail has made 8 arrests related to break-ins. We also got some new video from inside the Louis Texas Red Hots on Bailey. The owner says his restaurant was looted and that the street Great clothing store next door was broken into. Police are asking for your help in finding the people responsible for these break-ins.
This isn't people stealing food and medicine and diapers. They are destroying stores. They're stealing televisions, couches, whatever else they can get their hands on. They're opportunists. You're destroying your community. It will not be tolerated. We have a lot of social media, both videos, still pictures. We know that people are going to send us more. It has been put out as a priority to each of our district detectives. We will investigate this. If we cannot identify you on our own, we will put your face on TV and other people will identify you.
And if you have any information on the break-ins, police are asking that you report it using the department's confidential tip line.
Somebody gotta mute themselves, man.
Somebody in the chat said current employees know where the safe is. Know where the safe is. This I was thinking. Maybe these are former employees.
I think man, you can be in there for so long because of the weather temperature. You can find that motherfucker even if you're not employed. Because it's not like you gotta go be in and out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no police coming. So you just in that motherfucker. You gonna find the safe sooner or later.
They
Man, I
busted
hate that
open that
girl.
cash
God.
register and divvied up the money right there on the counter. They ain't worried about getting caught.
Yeah, they just chilling.
I wonder where that girl worked at, where she had to go to work. She should have stayed at home.
Probably worked. What if she worked at the strip club? But look at this, man. Remember this guy? You remember this guy? This guy was an American hero, man. He passed away, man. This
If she worked at the strip club, she should have went to the hotel.
Yeah. You remember this guy?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, in California.
He died, man.
When?
Like recently, they should charge the motherfuckers who broke in. They probably gave him a heart attack, man. He probably had a mild stroke that day.
He did have a heart attack. Remember?
He did have a heart attack that day.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. They should go back and charge those motherfuckers who with murder.
The brave store owner of Norco, who shot a would-be robber at his liquor store over the summer, has died. 80-year-old Craig Cope had owned Norco Market and Liquor since the mid-1970s. After the shooting incident in August, he suffered a heart attack and then recovered. But a little over 2 weeks ago, he suffered a stroke. Co-workers say he will be greatly missed.
He was an amazing man, like everybody's friend. He's not just my boss. He was like my friend, my confidant, like my mentor, you know, like he was so many things. And yeah, it's a sad day, Norco.
Well, as you see there is a growing memorial just outside the Norco store for Mr. Cope with photos, candles, and flowers. The store's Facebook.
Those bastards, man.
That man was tired.
Yeah, he's tired.
He needed to get some rest.
He had a Remington 870.
Why you laughing? I'm killing everybody. Let everybody die.
She gonna put everybody in the dirt nap.
Some rest. That's permanent. That ain't no rest. That's permanent rest, man. God.
That's some rest. He shoot, this world something else.
That's some deep sleep right there, man.
I gotta give it to him. At least he stayed alive. He probably was supposed to die at that time when the store got robbed, but he fought back and stayed alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a soldier, man. Salute to him, man. Yeah, that's.
Oh, a cultural disconnect. That should be interesting.
What do you mean?
I'll go back, run back.
Oh
Next.
God,
Yeah.
that's prime. Talking about culture. There ain't no cultural disconnect. We already showed you, man. The white people up there love him, man. He doing this thing. Let's see what's going on in Atlanta, man. ATL, baby. Show day. Let's see.
Who that little wide head Negro is over there?
Oh yeah, this is a dude. He tried to kidnap some woman.
Now to that attempted kidnapping in a grocery store parking lot. A woman telling Channel 2 Action News exclusively how she fought off her attacker.
I think we did this one.
Bureau
Yeah.
Chief Michelle Newell's live with the battle that left the woman bloody
Yeah, we did
and
this one.
bruised.
We
Michelle,
did this one.
very
Yeah,
frightening.
we did that one. That was the woman got away. She barely survived. She was lucky, man. Fucking around with the son, man. She lucky. She made it, man. We already did this channel, man. Give me another city, man. Oh, I got one. The gift that keeps on giving, man. Think of one that's short of fucking. You ain't gotta worry about this one. Be more, stand up, man.
Baltimore County Police tell us that the infant was located unharmed. The child's mother remains in the hospital, and his father was arrested last night. Daryl Williams of Baltimore is charged with attempted first-degree murder, assault, a gun violation, unlawful taking, and unauthorized removal of a motor vehicle. It's all in connection with a Christmas night shooting and Amber Alert in Middle River involving his girlfriend and one-year-old son.
Sunday evening at approximately 11:10 p.m., officers responded to Joggins Court for reports of a shooting. Once they arrived on scene, they located a female victim that was shot multiple times. As a result of that shooting, an Amber Alert was put out for a child that was potentially with their father.
According to a court charging document, a domestic dispute occurred between the father and mother. During the argument, the female victim was shot several times in the head, face, and torso area. Williams fled the area in the victim's white Kia Optima. Additionally, it was believed that Williams fled with the child that he shares.
Listen, man. I know this is gonna sound fucked up, but sometimes, man, I be understanding, man. It's like women, man, they get on your motherfucking nerves sometimes. They start some shit and keep some shit going. I can understand these brothers are weaker. They're not as strong. They have very low impulse control, man. You gotta have a lot of impulse control to fucking deal with a woman, man.
Hey, Ock, do you have a bad Christmas, man? You need to talk about this.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, listen, man. It is what it is. You need a lot of impulse control to deal with a woman, man.
Yeah, but you follow Sean Connery.
Yeah.
You know, you don't follow Scarface, man.
Yeah, no, I get it. Sometimes you just you pop them, but I mean, it's still at the same time, though, man. Like these dudes, I know they be really just wanting to fucking do that, slap them, and they fucking shoot them and kill them, and it's just an impulse control thing. They just not.
That man evil.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I definitely believe he's evil, man. I definitely believe he's evil, man. He's foul as shit for doing that, but the woman will talk shit to you and bring you to that point, and you're there, and now you're in like it's tough, man. It ain't always just the man. Like I'm a psychopath. Like for instance, this guy, the chick who's dating this guy, she knows he's a fucking psychopath. You know what I'm saying? Like she is no doubt in her mind, even if she don't know what a psychopath means. Whatever that is, he's that. And just be fucking talking shit to him and fucking with him, like just don't. They don't put that into context. This man's a fucking psychopath.
A victim was shot several times in the head, face, and torso area. Williams fled the area in the victim's white Kia Optima. Additionally, it was believed that Williams fled with the child that he shares with the victim. He stole her cell phone to keep her from calling for help. then shut both of their cell phones off to avoid police detection.
So the victim was originally transported to the hospital and with life-threatening injuries. She is now in critical but stable condition.
Oh wow, she survived.
Dario
Shit.
Williams
I love
is being
vegetables.
held in the Baltimore County Detention Center. He is held without bond. Reporting live from Towson, Barry Sims, WBAL TV 11 News.
I wouldn't want my daughter dating some man.
You and your daughter gonna have a lot of mouth or something?
Nah, I just don't want her to have nothing to do with them.
So
I
much
want
for the
some mixed
bloodline.
grandbabies.
So much for the bloodline, huh?
Yep.
That bloodline.
I'm done now. After seeing this story, I don't want my bloodline black no more.
One video the fucking damn.
I'm gonna dilute my bloodline. I'm done. That story, that was it.
That was cool. I gotta find a good story, man. To get you from all of a sudden, man. Let me get you back on track, man. Let me get you back on track.
Story
It's perhaps
scared
one of the
my
biggest
bloodline.
accomplishments one can achieve, graduating college, and it's a milestone uniquely shared with a mother and son, 20 years in the making. Lisa Robinson has their story.
Emmanuel Patton was a kindergartner when he made that promise to his mom. And now both their dreams have come true.
This is amazing, man. So I said, you know what, Mom, I'm going to make sure that you get this degree at the same time as I do. And so I made sure I stepped with that promise, regardless of all the hardship and everything like that. I still want to make sure that I kept my promise, be a man of my word.
We like you, Mousy.
And he says, no, if I can do it, you're going to do it. We're going to do this together. I'm like, I don't know about that. He said, yes, we're going to do this together. I made a promise, Mom, and we're going to do this. So I had a meltdown with coming to school, but I got back on track.
A school like you.
They both enrolled in the University of Maryland Global Campus. She studied humanities. He studied public safety administration.
Carolyn D. Patton.
Just like me.
Oh yeah, what you study? Public safety.
I was poli-sci, criminal justice. I didn't finish college.
Oh, okay.
Together, they took that walk across the stage Friday.
Emmanuel Josiah Noah Patton.
She gave him all the Bible names.
And accepted their degrees from the president of the university. Both graduated with GPAs over 3.0 while also working at Anne Arundel Community College.
It's more so giving me an increase in my salary, but also be able to help other people in society.
And Emmanuel is looking for a job where he can use his degree.
Emergency management with FEMA or TSA, anything, just an opportunity to go forward. I'm just happy.
Yeah, man, you should date. You can let your daughter date that brother, man. Keep the bloodline strong, man.
He gonna give him a white woman.
Why? Because he's smart.
Someone in the chat said
Yeah.
from brown sugar to white sugar.
Right.
Yeah, I'm done. My bloodline finna be white now.
I mean, come on. They could be. There's dark brown sugar.
I'm gonna tell them.
Light brown sugar.
I'm gonna tell them get white spouses, and then let their children get white spouses, and so on, so on.
So basically, by 2 generations, you gonna be wiped out, huh?
They're gonna be white. Yep.
Y'all gonna be. It's gonna be from brown sugar to confectionery sugar.
Exactly.
Powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
Many people use it every day to unlock their phones. It's used at some airports and even stores. We're talking about facial recognition technology. There's been a ban on it in Baltimore, but it expires at the end of the year. As companies decide if they want to use it moving forward, city leaders want to make sure they're doing it properly.
There are some uses that may be beneficial, and those are okay to keep in, and some things that are a little bit more problematic that we're going to try and block.
City Councilman Christopher Burnett says he will introduce legislation in the next few weeks to regulate the technology.
The biggest concern is accuracy of the technology, and so making sure that there are benchmarks on the level of accuracy and reliability of the software
In 2021, Meta decided to shut down its facial recognition system on Facebook, citing growing societal concerns. A year before that, computer giant IBM announced it would no longer offer software for the technology. While there are advances being made, studies show it's not always reliable.
The technology has shown time and time again that it's not good at recognizing Black and brown faces. It's not good at recognizing people living with physical disabilities.
Why is it not good at recognizing Black and brown? What? There's nothing that's like a fucking Mexican and a fucking goddamn Ugandan don't have nothing in common to where it should affect them the same. What is they talking about?
They saying like you may get picked up by the police because you look like another criminal.
Are we all looking
Yeah,
like type shit?
Yeah.
No, I think that usually when they use those AIs and recognition systems, they kind of turn racist, so they don't like them.
Like, explain. Just give us an explanation what that means, man. They turn racist.
It's just because they're just picking out data. So if you put the data on crime into an AI or something, the solution is not going to be what pasty gliders like, because it's going to figure out who is doing the majority of the crime and make recommendations that don't fit with the politics.
Wow.
Yeah. Somebody right now is a group of Black people are suing Apple because their O2 scanner on their watches isn't compatible with really dark Black people.
What's an O2 scan?
It's measuring the oxygen level through your skin in your blood.
Oh, so they're suing Apple.
Yes.
It's good, because they're woke over there at Apple. There's some woke motherfuckers. Good. Sue the shit. Isn't that Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Yeah, sue the shit out of them. I hope Black people annoy the shit out of everybody. I hope they annoy the woke people so much that even the woke people say enough of this shit. Think about how much it's going to take for them to make the woke people say enough. Sue the shit out of them, Black people.
Oh, and this has been known in the medical profession for years, that like those fingertip ones, if a really dark-skinned person, the light can't penetrate the skin to get the reading.
So this is nothing new.
No, this has been known in the medical system for years, because it's using infrared light.
Dark
if
like
the infrared
me
light
or
can't penetrate.
Darker. Am I too dark?
No, I'm talking like African.
He talking
straight
like
off the same era.
Sudanese Black.
Yeah, exactly.
He said I'm talking like African.
Sudanese people real black. I looked at a documentary on them.
Yeah, they blue black.
They TV screen black.
They all know they some black motherfuckers. Yeah, they make me like I'm not even dark. Like I'm dark over here, but over there, yeah, I'm just like I'm light skinned, man. Them motherfuckers black. They scary.
I'm
black.
biracial over there. I'm serious.
That like AIs can even predict people's race, like in a scan, like a radiology scan. And I think at one point, like the medical community didn't like that either. The idea that for some reason it can accurately tell race by a bone scan.
Oh yeah, your bone density. Yeah, black people denser bone.
That's how coroners been using that trick for years.
But they don't like it.
Paleontologists and archaeologists been using that shit because they can find when they find bones. That's how they know y'all didn't build the pyramids, because everything they find over there, man, it's not some people, man. The bones they find, them is not your bones, man. Just ain't y'all. Y'all ain't do that shit.
Folks that are trans, are some of the ones that have come up in the research as being particularly problematic.
The ACLU is taking on misuse of the technology, calling it a, quote, unprecedented threat to our privacy and civil liberties. The organization goes on to write, it gives governments, companies, and individuals the power to spy on us wherever we go, tracking our faces at protests, political rallies, places of worship, and more. The ban on the technology will end as we ring in 2023.
And those
while
are like
city
the
leaders
last
work to
things they'd
find the
actually be
right
used for.
balance on regulations.
If it's something that we are going to allow, that people should have the ability to consent to it, and they should have the ability to opt out.
Now, Councilman Burnett also says it's important to regulate how the data can be shared and sold so your most personal information is used properly.
They can upload you off a photo that you post on Instagram or Facebook.
I think it's about the trans people.
Someone in the chat kept saying Glasgow, Scotland.
Oh, do that as a city? We have to do that tomorrow, man. Whoever said that too, hit the PayPal and the Cash App if you ain't a regular contributor. And yeah, man, we'll get to that tomorrow, man. I'm out. Peace out. Salute to everybody.
Good night.
Peace out, everybody.
Have a good night.